Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode, but this time it's not Jedi Talk. Oh, no, it isn't. It's not. This is not Jedi Talk. We are bringing back the previous flagship show. I don't know how to say it. The show where it all started. From the bottom, now we're here. We're bringing back Park Views with Brad Hughes, and that is this episode. And that was a terrible joke, and it was meant to be. So I didn't expect anything but what you guys gave me, and that was great. For this special inaugural redoing of the show, I'm sitting here, as always, with my good buddy, Evan Boucher. See? There you go. I made you say it. I made you change it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello there. I guess we're going with the Boucher throwback. The show's a throwback. My last name is now a throwback. So.
Are you going to say hello there?
I just did.
Oh, you did.
It shows how much you pay attention to me.
I was looking.
That's not a throwback.
I was looking. I was looking at the frost on the jug of whiskey and like how quickly
the
it
jug
frosted
of whiskey. That just it is. It's right here in front of us. But
it's a jug of whiskey.
I know
bro.
that sums up. I think what we do here.
You're being a hater about the whiskey.
I'm not a hater.
You know what? You're not allowed to have anymore.
That's okay.
That's not true.
I got my high school beer in the fridge.
I said that and I was like, I feel like a jerk for saying that. Yeah. Okay. Before I introduce you, we're here with a special guest, and I do want to give everyone a heads up. There might be some sounds. First off, it's hot as crap out here, so the air conditioner is going.
It is Florida.
But it feels nice. It feels nice in here. Usually it's hot as crap, and we're sweating. We're not sweating today, so I'll take that as a win. But we also only have 2 microphones for 3 people. So Evan's got his own mic, and I am sharing with our guest here.
It's because I don't like to share.
I was going to bring up something else and completely forgot what it was. What was I talking about?
I have no idea. Oh, I think it was my high school beer. You're going to make fun of me.
Guess what this guy drinks? Okay?
Not all the time.
Hey, he's friends with me.
Yeah.
He knows how to make a good old-fashioned. Make the best.
You
some
do
would
make
say
the best
old-fashioned. Some would say the best.
Yeah.
I would say the best.
I know you would.
Josh would say the best, too.
Yeah.
This dude brings over. He's like, I was like, we're gonna drink. Let's party. Brings from Mike's heart. I didn't say that.
That is not true. There's no pretense.
It's assumed that when you're drinking out with me, we're drinking and having fun.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Only one of those things normally happens.
This 14-year-old girl brings over Mike's Hard Lemonade and continues to bring them over to my house. You know how emasculated I feel knowing that inside that fridge that I can't see into, there's a Mike's Hard Lemonade in there.
Well, at least I'm not mooching off you. Like
I'd rather you mooch off me.
Well, that can be arranged.
Be a man and drink some stuff that tastes like gasoline. All right, moving on to my co-host here, or from my co-host here to our special guest, who I'm sharing a microphone with. So it'll be some. I'll try to edit this down so it doesn't sound like we're changing microphones, but I don't like to edit things, so it's probably not going to go well. I am joined here with a special guest, someone from Diz Twitter, and I am very happy to invite her onto the show, Lolly Lasnik. Did I say your last name right? Yes, I said it right. I didn't think I was going to. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
It is my pleasure. Now, we got some things we're going to talk about tonight that I thought would be pretty interesting discussion topics. One we kind of started in on, and I was yelling at you, not Lolly. I was yelling at Evan before the show because it was infuriating me. We'll get to it.
It's infuriated you for a month now almost.
Yeah, it drove me nuts. I got off the ride. I was like, it's the greatest. Not the greatest thing ever, but it's the best original attraction, not based on a film or anything like that. I guess it is technically based on Mickey, which is an IP of sorts.
The second IP ever for Disney. So yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really consider it an IP in the way that like Star Wars would be or Marvel is or anything like that. It's kind of Disney's own IP. Yeah. So it kind of feels weird.
They didn't buy it.
So I think it's the best original, and I'll say original theme park attraction they've done in a very long time. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. We're getting into a discussion about that in a little bit.
Yeah, because they haven't done an original one since 06.
All right, wait for the segment. Okay, wait for the segment. You're jumping in already.
We got so much to say. Frustration.
I have so much to say too because you're insane.
Yeah, well, we knew that.
Yeah, we did. That's true. We're going to talk about the coronavirus and how that's affecting all of us in this room and how it's affecting the Disney parks.
Did you say infecting or affecting?
Did I say infecting?
No, you said affecting.
Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ. I said the wrong word. Yeah. Nobody's getting infected, I promise. At least not from this microphone. And then we're going to talk about our favorite background music loops at Disney World or Disneyland. If you've been have you ever been to Disneyland?
No, never.
Ooh. Is it one of your things that you want to do? Here, scoot up a little bit so this gets you over there. So I feel like I'm gonna hit you with this, and then at the same time not hit you with it. So you've never been to Disneyland?
No, but my bucket list is to go to every Disney in the world.
If you had, let's get to know you a little bit because we know Evan, we know me. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, on the spot. Okay, yep. 21, lived in Tampa my whole life. Love Disney, everything Disney. Roger Rabbit, best movie. Favorite ride?
Give me favorite ride, favorite park, favorite restaurant. It can be quick service or table service.
Ooh, okay. Favorite ride? Off the top of my head, I want to say Tower of Terror. Just classic. Favorite park? Don't judge me. Favorite park?
It's just a screen. When you go up there, it's just a screen.
That's false.
That's Evan. That's how you sound when you're arguing.
That's false.
Favorite park? I'll be basic and say Magic Kingdom. And favorite restaurant? Ronto Roasters wasn't bad, though. Ronto Roasters was pretty good, so I'll say that.
Good call. That's a good one. Hollywood Studios is my favorite park. Everyone knows that. If you're new to the show, we'll do this for everybody because this is kind of a rebranding or relaunch of the show. My favorite park is Hollywood Studios, and it was before Star Wars, so it's not because of Star Wars. It's way too close to my face. Not because of Star Wars. It just always has been my favorite park. When I was a kid, it was like the park that was new at the time, and I always wanted to go. And when I worked for Disney, I got like my main entrance pass. It was the first park I went to that day after I left my traditions class. Went right. I've always loved studios. It's always my favorite. Favorite restaurant? It's hard not to say Victoria and Albert's, but I feel like that's cheating. I gotta stay California Grill. It's still my favorite. I love that restaurant. Their food is so good, and if you haven't done the brunch there, do it. It includes all you can drink mimosas and like really good food. It ain't cheap, but it's some of the best money you can spend on Disney property.
Do they have Mike's Hard Lemonade? They don't, do they?
No, because they're a reputable establishment.
Darn. That's definitely what I'm not, so that's fine.
They have it on draft. Does that make you feel better?
A little bit.
God. All right, you're up. Favorite park, which we know. Favorite.
We do know.
Favorite restaurant, which is probably going to be Oga's, which doesn't count because they have to serve food.
They do serve food.
Don't say Oga's.
Okay, fine. I won't say Oga's.
They don't serve food.
I'll say the Cantina on Batu.
Oh, God. And then favorite restaurant.
Well, okay. Actually, did we do favorite ride? So my favorite ride is actually Pirates of the Caribbean. I think still overall.
Over Rise?
Even though Rise is the greatest of all time. I don't know. It's a weird conundrum.
I totally
and I
understand
jump back and forth every day.
I think Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
But it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
So I get the difference.
That's kind of how I am. I don't know. So either Rise or Pirates, but probably Pirates. And Magic Kingdom used to be my favorite park, but unlike you, mainly because of Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge is why Studios kind of overtook Magic Kingdom. So the restaurant, though, it's tough. I'm very, well, cheap is a good way to say it, but uncultured is another way to say it when it comes to restaurants.
Poor is another way to say it.
Yeah, poor is a great.
One way to say it.
That's the perfect way to say it. Yeah, so restaurants, I don't know. Skipper Canteen might be one of my favorites. I've only been there twice, though. So
what'd you get when you went there?
Last time,
you strike me as the kind of guy that orders the same thing twice.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I knew it.
If I find something I like, that's why I get the fuzzy tauntaun every time at Oga's.
Yeah, but that's different.
It's the best.
Is it so good?
Fuzzy tauntaun is the best.
Go to Oga's.
As soon as they reopen, get fuzzy tauntauns, extra foam.
Let's do it. Extra foam.
Yeah. So the last time though, I was at.
No, there's no feeling, dude. Remember we did that last time? We were like,
ugh.
I'm not gonna say we drank before we got there, but we definitely drank before we got there.
I actually can't remember.
And we were like not sober at all, and we were like had the fuzzy extra foam, and
That's
we were
been
just
me
like
for the past
like
3 weeks anyway. So
I can't feel my face.
Try drinking 2.5 of them with extra foam. That's what I did last time I was there.
Dude,
it was something.
I wonder how much of that stuff you can eat before it's not safe anymore.
I think I was close when I had 2.5 last time. So yeah, I don't recommend it. But
oof.
At Skipper Canteen, the last time I was there, I got the chicken. It tastes like chicken because it is what they call it. It's pretty good. It's pretty
the last time I was there, I did their fish of the day, and I got really sick.
Oh no!
But I get sick a lot from food, so I don't think it was them necessarily. I think my stomach is just like not the best sometimes.
Understandable.
And the time before that, I think I did that fish with the face on it. I forget what it's called, but I was like, I gotta have.
All fish have faces, Brad.
Not when they serve them to you. This one does.
That's true.
Have you seen it before?
No.
Oh, let me show it to you. You guys talk while I find a photo of it because it's creepy.
Okay.
Um,
Is it just a made up face? Like they
oh no,
arrange the food? It's
oh,
a
no.
real fish
oh,
face.
No, it's fish
Fish face.
It's a whole fish that they fry,
Whoa.
and it's got eyes and its face is there. It's really
And
gross.
they want you to eat everything?
Yeah.
The
You
eyes,
eat the eyeballs.
face,
You get in there.
the-
You get in that eyeball, man. Crunch down on that cornera.
It's really-
what's it
it's-
called? Cornera? What did I just say? Cornea.
cornea. I think you were trying to say corona. I didn't know what you're trying to say there.
Corona?
Oh, man.
That's
but-
a terrible life to live, where food
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
ruins your life. I could never.
I don't know. When we said fish face, I just immediately thought of Davy Jones because that's what Captain Jack calls him in Dead Man's Chest. He's like, "Oi, fish face," and
Oh God.
that says a lot about me because that's one of my favorite movie franchises and one of my favorite rides. So, did you find the picture yet? I got it. I got to see this picture. What's the name of this food called?
Oh wow.
It's just fish of the day, so
It's
it
just-
changes.
They're 2 different meals.
Okay.
He's there.
It's his face.
Yeah.
His little stupid face.
Mouth open
Whoa!
and ready.
What? That's a full fish.
Yeah, dude.
Wraparound tail, mouth open, eyes closed. Did you feel bad when you ate him, or like, no, no remorse,
No remorse.
none?
He's made out of fish. Why would I feel bad?
He's made out of fish. I mean, you're not wrong, but that just sounded really weird.
Yeah, the fish face is weird. It's creepy, but like the fish was good. It's like the way I did it was I turned it around and like just didn't. I ate it ass first.
You didn't make eye contact.
It made no eye contact.
Okay, that's fair.
No, it's kind of gross to look at, but it's good. I mean, the food there is really good. So that's a pretty good choice for your favorite restaurant. Okay. Anything else we want to talk about before we get into the topics? You got anything to share? Anything?
Ah,
I'm not dying
no,
yet. I'm not dying yet.
none of us are. Yet.
I like the caveat yet. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming for all of us.
Death's a coming.
Yeah.
Had a dream. You ever have those? This is weird, not Disney related at all. But you ever have those dreams where you're like awake enough to know you're dreaming, but you're still dreaming, but it's like you're awake?
Yeah.
I had a dream about
Such a
that I was
surreal
having a
feeling.
heart attack, and I was ignoring the symptoms. Like I was laying in bed and I was like, my arm's numb, but I'm just gonna go to sleep. My chest hurts, but I'm just gonna go to sleep.
I'll sleep it
And
off.
I know it's because of my acid reflux the other night was messing with me, but I was like, why am I like? And I was like, oh wait, I was asleep. Because then you wake up and you're like, oh, I was asleep. But in the moment you think it's really happening. I was like, I thought, but my arm was numb because I was laying on that arm and it was numb because it fallen asleep. So yeah, good story. I don't know why I shared that, but
Cool story, bro.
I don't know. I've been thinking about that night like for a long time. Anyway, let's get into the topics we were going to discuss. I will let you guys decide what you want to talk about. Do you want to talk about the Epcot construction due to coronavirus? Or do you want to talk Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? Or do you want to talk about our favorite background music loops?
I think we should. I don't know. I say background music loops last.
Oh, I was gonna say first. But
First?
That's fine. I'm indecisive.
I don't know.
Just pick.
What's gonna give us the most here? Most here. The most. I don't want to say arguments, but most conversation.
Mickey and Minnie, because you're
So
wrong.
is that last? That
Yeah,
should be.
we'll
last.
save that for last. So
Okay.
we'll rock, paper, scissors between Music Loop and Epcot. So
Okay. So wait,
I'll call it.
she's Music Loop or Epcot.
And your Epcot construction.
I'm Epcot. Okay.
All right. Ready? On
Yeah.
3. So it'll be ba, 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 ba.
Yep.
Okay?
That's how rock paper scissors work.
Some people go rock, paper, scissors. Like I've seen that.
Oh
and that's
no.
Just, that's like you're a Nazi. Like, what are you doing?
Whoa. Okay. Well, we're definitely not Nazis. So.
Nope.
Okay.
Not 2 out of 3. Winner takes all.
Okay. Go ahead. I thought
You're gonna call it.
Take a sip. Give me a second.
you said you're gonna call it and it takes a sip.
I am.
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't walk out of the room.
Yeah, I wish.
You whip. Bitch. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh, we got a tie.
Scissors.
We got scissors. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Aha! I stuck with the scissors.
All right. So what did you want
Always
to talk
stick with
about?
scissors.
Epcot construction.
I completely forget. So sure.
It
was so of little
Epcot
consequence,
construction, right?
so,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So let's do this thing. So, Corona is. I read somewhere today that due to the coronavirus, Disney has lost $86 billion.
I believe that too, and I heard somebody like undershoot it, and they were like, "It's like 500,000 a day or something." And I'm like,
That seems a lot.
like
lower.
that's way low. Have you been to the
That's-
parks? Like,
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
penny in their pocket. That's nothing.
yeah. If it was millions or above, I'd believe it. But like 500,000, it's like it was a day they said, but I was still like, I don't
A
think so.
day?
Yeah.
No.
a day per park.
Yeah, they didn't say per park.
They just said period.
They just said in general. I'm like,
Bullshit.
there's how many parks closed? 4 here, 2 in
No.
California, 2 in France. 2 in Tokyo. Like, think about it.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. Like, if they're paying people, they're losing more than that a day because the payroll's more than that a day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are they making any money right now? Like, think about the Disney
If
the
anyone
Disney
subscribes
property.
to Disney Plus, that's
So
it.
it would be like Disney Plus advertising
no
on like their
movies.
TV shows. There's
Or
no,
shopdisney.com.
Shop Disney's a big one, but like
That's about
that's
it.
not like
The cruise line's closed, so there's no cruises.
God.
Alani's closed.
Do you think this
Adventures
could
by
like
Disney's
make them
closed.
start closing properties?
I feel like that would be hard. Their stock did drop 8%.
I don't think it'll close properties. I think it's gonna make them do like triple down on everything they're doing, like after hours events, like something every
Yeah.
night, like lightsaber prices. Now 300 to go to Savi's instead of 200. Like, I can see stuff like that happening.
But if the economy falls the way they're predicting this is going to fall, like I heard somewhere too today, I don't know where these sources are, so this could just be something I made up. It's not, but it could be. I heard that this is going to be worse than like the 2008 thing. Like this is like going to rival the Great Depression for like how bad things actually get. So that's why we brought this topic of like, what do we think is going to happen to the Disney parks after this all, passes? If it's even, dude, they're saying that like it might be June or July before things level out, and that's
Yeah.
being optimistic.
Yeah, at this point, we have no clue on turntables for anything, like Disney related or like life, real world related. Like there's no timetables, so could be
And
anything.
even though I'm not with Disney anymore, I still depend on the hospitality industry to a certain level.
Yeah, I mean, most of Orlando does.
Yeah, and you luckily don't, Evan, for now anyway. You do. I'm not going to say what or where, but you do depend on it. So it's the ripple effect of this, I think, is going to be really, really bad. I think even just, I do think though, I think at a certain point they're just going to go, you know what? If there's not any law saying we can't open, we're going to open and just try to make whatever money they can back.
That's exactly what they'll do.
And they're going to cut people. They're going to lay a crap ton of people off.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna say because I actually don't know whether I am a fan of Bob Chapek or not, to be honest.
Do you
But
think he was cheap before when they
he's
were
gonna
making
get blamed
money?
so hard for all this crap.
Well, dude,
Like,
I
I-
don't think so. I think most people who are sensical enough to understand, like,
Yeah, the
you
sensible
have
people.
to you have to look at the situation and not the person.
Yeah,
Like the situation is, it was this massive thing that really couldn't have been avoided. I mean, the only way it could have been avoided is if Patient Zero never had that thing happen, right?
yeah,
To cause it to cross jump from whatever species, because they're not even saying a bat now. They're saying it could be.
yeah. There's no way
Whatever.
of knowing at this point.
That's the only thing that could have prevented this. I think Chapek is going to be Uber Chapek now. I think he's really gonna.
He is, and
He's
I mean,
really gonna tighten up, and I think it's gonna get scary.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna see after this Epcot stuff that we'll talk about after this whole wave of stuff. You're not seeing anything out of the parks for probably a decade.
And think about the 50th coming up. Like, what's the impact on the 50th? We don't know
Well-
what was gonna happen because they never announced, but
It ain't
it's probably
happening
a
now,
good
whatever.
thing for them. But
Here's the thing: we say this though, but they might want to just throw this at the wall and see if anyone's interested. Like, let's
True.
do it because this might be what gets people here that wouldn't have come otherwise.
true.
It's one of those things like it's so hard to call because you don't know where we're gonna be in a
Tomorrow,
month. I mean,
even,
like a
like-
week from now,
Yeah.
are we gonna be back in like? It seems like it seemed like a lot of things happened at once, and then it feels like it's kind of slowed down a little bit already. Like there used to be, it was news like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then now it's like once a day the president will say something or they'll talk about the stimulus package that they're going to do, which I don't think is going to be that helpful. I mean, I'll take $1,000. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think most people are just going to like pay bills.
Oh yeah.
and that's
for
not
sure.
what it's for.
No, but
A stimulus package isn't meant to be something that you like, oh, hoard away, put it in savings. That's not what it's meant to do.
yeah.
So I don't know if that's, and like someone on, I think it was John Roca on SEN Live was talking about how like in LA, that's like a cable bill, a power bill, and groceries for a week.
Oh right. Yeah.
It's not going to do anything. Like
Not at all.
It's nothing. So it's good they're trying something. But here's the thing too. You're talking about 330 million people getting a check for $1,000.
Yeah.
That money has to come from somewhere.
And America's already in debt. So
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
it's, but is it worth that little bit of extra money going out of the taxpayers' wallet essentially to keep the economy from collapsing?
then yeah, when you look at it like that.
then I would say it's probably a good thing, because the last thing we need is everyone being like. My fear for this is like that it just keeps getting worse and not better.
Yeah.
And then like the next thing you know, we're all like homeless. Like what? Like you can only go so long without making any money. And in Orlando, everything's shut down. And
Yep.
and I'm not trying to belittle anyone by any stretch, but the jobs that people are working right now aren't going to pay for your apartment here, like gas stations and like Moe's. I used to work at Moe's. I'm using it as an example. You know, I could barely afford my $600 rent back in 2009 when I worked there. We're talking my rent's like $1,800 here. That's a big difference. It's 3 months for 1 month essentially. Like, it's weird that this is a reality where things are this bad,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened fast. And this makes me realize too how fragile the country is.
Oh yeah.
Like the fact that most people can't take 2 weeks off of work to not get a I don't think it's that deadly, but I don't know the science behind it, but it doesn't seem to be that deadly, because they don't really talk about people who recovered from it. They talk about all the cases, but most people are fine.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's like a 3%, and I could be wrong, and this could be. I could listen back on this, like, God, remember how dumb I was to say that? But from everything I've read now, it's like 3% of people that get it passed. Do you know different?
I think here it's a little higher.
10% or like 5%?
Like 5. I wouldn't say 10. But in Florida, they said 10% of cases are elderly.
That's been the fear the whole time, is like that it's the elderly people who get this, right? So like
Yeah.
Florida's mostly elderly people.
Yeah.
So that could be I don't know.
Yeah. We're not going to pretend to know the science.
I have no
or-
idea. I'm an
yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a garage surrounded by Star Wars action figures. You think I know what's going on? I have no idea. Like, but it's weird that like everything is this fragile. Like I never really thought about it. I always heard people were like, everyone's 2 weeks away. Most people in America are like 2 weeks away from being homeless. And then now you see it happening where it's like 2
That's
weeks and
weird.
everyone's like, what?
Yeah. It's really
Luckily, as of this moment of this recording, I have a job where I can work from home.
Yeah.
I don't know if that will last, but I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's
at this
weird.
point, we don't know. It could change tomorrow. It could change 2 weeks from now. You never know.
So
But
we're having this conversation not to talk about coronavirus, but to talk about the effects of coronavirus on the parks going forward. So let's
Yeah.
not worry about economic stuff. Let's just kind of have fun with the Disney-ification of this topic.
yeah.
I'm gonna let you go first. What do you think are the long-term repercussions of this? What do you think they're gonna cancel? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so big thing. 50th anniversary was coming up, and then Epcot's 40th was the year after, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. Yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So the 40th is right after, and they said they were going to have everything come out in 2021, and now we're shut down for who knows how long.
Right.
So I don't think the Mary Poppins thing is going to happen. I think
No chance.
that.
Yeah. That's probably the first thing. Even before this happened.
Yeah.
They're probably already like, do we really need a full Mary Poppins thing?
I've been saying that since it got announced.
Yeah.
I was like, the movie didn't do well, and they're
Sadly
basing it on
not,
the
yeah.
new Mary Poppins, not the old Mary Poppins. And
Yeah.
if it had been the old Mary Poppins, it probably would have done better.
Yeah.
But I've been saying this for a long time before this, and this is going to happen. I think it was a really cool presentation that they were like, they probably had everything nailed down and had him agreed to come out, Dick Van Dyke come out and do the whole thing at D23.
Yeah.
But I think they were really already starting to kind of backpedal, because they didn't give you any. It's like the only thing they announced they didn't give you details on.
Right. And that's really a good thing because they haven't shown us much. So they could just change it to like, instead of meeting outside in the UK, she meets inside now in the UK.
Yeah, or it's just like a
And
little
it's like,
character
look, that's
spot.
what we said. She's getting a meet and greet, like, because they didn't say. So if they do that, it'll be all right, at least on their end. So, I mean, I completely agree. Mary Poppins is going to be the first thing they look at.
I think a lot of stuff is going to go just from, like, reading everything and, like, hearing everything that they said that they were going to do. I don't know about that building. I think they might nix the building.
The
The
two-story,
two-story,
like
viewpoint to watch
like
the-
festival center, somewhat, kind of.
I would agree with you if it wasn't meant for something that they were directly making profit off of. I don't know how much that thing costs to make, but you're
Mhm.
probably gonna. I mean, if you have 2 levels of dessert party
That's okay.
that
That's a great
you're
point.
doing every night, that's gonna
Yeah.
sell out for a long
Because I've actually
time.
never done a dessert party, and
I've
you
done all of them.
you've
Except
done
the
many of them,
The Epcot one and
the Frozen one at Epcot you haven't done.
and the Happily Ever After one, because there's
Okay.
no alcohol in that one. I'm just not
Yeah,
interested.
why would you do that?
I don't like sweets. Like, I'm not sweet. Like, the reason I go to dessert parties is to have a dessert or two, and just like I'm like, all right, I'm getting hammered tonight. Let's
Have
do
a
this.
relaxed night where you can drink
Yeah, it's fun.
and see
Enjoy
fireworks.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
And get excited. Like I got. Never mind. I'll just say
If you watch the YouTube
I'll just
channel,
say
you
this.
probably
I'll just say this. Check out the YouTube video.
Yep.
Scroll down and find the video of me reviewing the fireworks dessert party. It's hilarious because you see me from before the party into after the party.
Yep.
The guy, and that was I think 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So excuse me. So flash cut from that night to the last night we did a dessert review, which was for Jingle Bell Jingle Bam this past year. It was the same bartender, and it was 3 years later, and he still remembered me.
That says a lot. That
But
says a lot.
here's the thing. It wasn't for the reason you would think, and I don't want to talk about what the reason was on the air because I don't want to sound like I'm bragging because I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But it was for a different reason than drinking a lot.
Or was it?
But no, it wasn't. It was for something else, and he was super nice enough. I don't keep in touch with him, but we're friends on Facebook.
Oh.
He added me on Facebook. He's like he's like my kids love your YouTube channel. I'm like, that's
Nice.
weird. Chug. Thanks, bro. Sorry, back to you. I kind of commandeered that, but I think that the reason is because those dessert parties sell out like on a normal night.
Yeah.
In a park that people have already been to 1,000 times with fireworks show they've seen already a bunch.
Yeah.
And I think if you have 2 levels of that, I mean, if a family of 4 is, I mean, I think the Happily Ever After one is like $75 or $80 a person.
Whoa.
So if you have 500 people doing that, and you have 2 levels of that, you can do every night, and you can probably charge more for the top tier.
They easily will too. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You're gonna be making $80,000 a night because they do. They now do. I don't know if you know this. They do post and pre firework dessert parties. at Magic
What?
Kingdom.
They have like an after party? It's like an after party.
They do. They have both. It's really stupid. And they, not a lot of people know that. But
Does
they
Mickey
have,
like go change from like a tuxedo to like a casual
there's
wear?
no
after?
character
It's
meet and
like,
greets. There's no alcohol at Magic Kingdom. I don't really understand. But it's
No.
the fireworks dessert party and like the post fireworks dessert party.
That's another reason why I like, it's not related at all, but why I like Skipper Canteen, because there is alcohol there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You get some really crappy beer.
Well, don't get that. Get the wine.
I'm not a wine guy.
Ooh, missing out.
I know. I wish I liked it. I just
My tastes are weird. I
even
drink
when-
Mike's
even
Hard
when I went
Lemonade,
to-
and then I drink really good wine. Like I'm nowhere in the middle.
I did when we went to Victoria Hours. I did the wine pairing, and
Yeah.
it didn't do anything for me.
Really.
I got a cocktail. I was like, halfway through it, I was like, oh, I'm good. I just want a whiskey cocktail.
I can see that.
Anyway, sorry. Back to you.
Oh, that's fine. What do you guys think about Club Cool?
Oh, I miss it because,
I love Club
as
Cool.
we've stated before, I'm both poor and cheap. So when I needed a drink at
Yeah?
Epcot that wasn't alcohol, I'm like, free.
Club Cool. Okay,
Club
cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Free drink. So
Yeah, that makes me sad. I wonder if they'll
miss it.
actually replace it because I know they said that they were gonna move it somewhere else, but ooh, I don't know.
if it's sponsored,
I
if
say
they pay for
I say
it,
100% yes because of the
If-
Coca-Cola
yeah,
contract.
if Coke pays for it, yeah, they'll do it. But if they have to pay for it, no.
But I mean, they do have it in Disney Springs where you can go and actually pay for
True.
it. So
Have you had the Beverly's Revenge at Disney Springs?
no, just the regular
It's actually good.
Beverly.
What the hell's that?
Alcoholic Beverly.
Oh,
Shut your whore mouth.
Hey, when they open, we're going then.
Is it like
if you
gin?
haven't. Kinda. It's weird to describe. It's good.
I think that here's the thing. I like the idea of the Coke bar, but it is such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it is.
Like the fact that you can't go, I want that booze with that drink,
right?
make it.
They have like the freestyle Coke machines.
Yeah,
Why
well,
not do that with booze?
But they have like the international ones where it's like
Yeah.
all the Cokes. It's like
Yeah.
you can get vanilla Beverly.
right?
I don't know why you would. I don't even know if that's true, but
It
like
could be good.
Theoretically,
I
you
mean,
could,
Yeah.
and like you could pick a booze and like I love Inca Cola. I have a 2 liter bottle of Inca Cola upstairs in my fridge right now. I buy Inca Cola. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I can't go to Disney Springs where they have Inca Cola and they have vodka behind the bar and don't make it for you on request is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, make the drink.
What's the deal?
You got the booze. You got the soda. Make the drink. It's my terrible Jerry Seinfeld impressions. I mean, come on.
yeah, that's a definite missed opportunity. Beverly is gross.
It is, but the Beverly's Revenge at the Coke bar is good.
No.
So I recommend that when they open, we got to go.
I'll do it, but I don't want it.
Yeah.
You do want
That's a
to, 'cause
no.
it's good.
I'll pass on that.
I'm trying to think back to like the Epcot experience though. Like what all have they really shown us? And it ties in perfectly with the 2-story building, the fireworks show, and that makes
Yeah.
sense even more the more I think about it. If they have this brand new fireworks show plus dessert parties,
On
that
both
they're
levels.
connected. They're not going to be like, okay, we're not building this cheap cheaper than an attraction. I shouldn't say cheap, but cheaper than an attraction building to watch an already made fireworks show. So yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
one without
I
the
think
other
my
doesn't
opinion
really
on that
make
might be
sense.
flipped. But the Moana thing, the Journey of Water, I don't know though, 'cause it's just water fountains. It's cheap and easy,
Oh yeah.
just fancy fountains. So I don't know. Guardians is still happening, obviously. So
That's definitely
the
happening.
big e-ticket's happening, but like the smaller things, that's when you get like the minutia. And I feel like water fountains,
I think
cheap.
they might just go. It's not interactive anymore. It's just now like fancy fountains, like you said.
right? I mean, as much as I love Galaxy's Edge, that's not as interactive as they promised either. So interaction is one of the first things to go when these things happen. So I could just see it being fancy fountains.
Yeah, and then hearing talk about them saying they were going to open a new pavilion, which is like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
I don't see that
Wasn't
happening.
the pavilion the firework pavilion? Wasn't that the new pavilion they were talking about, or was there another one?
I kind of took
dude,
it that way, but I don't
D23
know.
was such a blur to me because I was riding for Inside the Magic
Yeah,
that every morning was like, all right, we're getting to the war zone here. Let's do it. And I don't remember anything that I didn't cover.
that's
except
how I
the
kind
Star
of
Wars
took
stuff because I was like, I need a minute because this
Yeah.
whole thing I need. And they're like, okay.
it. Yeah,
But
I don't know.
Inside the Magic. They've changed. They're not good anymore. They say they don't like WWE News Today, but then they do the same shit that they do and act like they're better for it. Hot take. That wasn't Brad.
Whispering.
I don't know if I can legally say this, but
Oh.
I don't take it back.
Hey, homeless guy, get out of here! I said
Hey,
that.
get out
Yeah,
of here,
homeless
you whispering
guy.
homeless man.
Go find a job in this terrible
I
economy.
mean, come on, go get a job at
Ah.
Publix.
What's the deal? Hey, now that's me. No, not yet. Nah, I don't care.
No, but like they came out with for like a Brazil pavilion.
No,
Not
I
at
think it was just
D23, but I
teased.
saw that they were doing that.
Oh, that's right. They were like, they
It
were
was
kind of like, they were
teased.
like
Yeah.
saying that it was going to happen, but then like
Right.
that weird fire in Brazil or whatever happened, and they're like,
Yep.
now's not the time doing it. I forgot about
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about
So
that.
I think it was already pretty much nixed, but now it's definitely nixed. Yeah, I completely
definitely
forgot about
happening.
that too. Good point. Very good point.
Yeah. What else? What else did they announce?
I don't think imagination is getting touched.
well, that
I
wasn't
think
announced.
it's-
I'm talking about things that were just officially announced.
I mean,
There was something else that was big that was announced. All the shows, those all
Space 220 is almost done, but it was supposed to open in what, like February?
It was
or
also supposed to open last
January?
year.
Yeah,
it was supposed
like-
to open last year too at
yeah,
one point. And they pushed
so
it back to 2020.
That's because the chef left, the head chef.
You mean to tell me you can't figure out without a head chef what you're going to serve in your restaurant?
I guess they couldn't. I don't
You're
know.
the Walt Disney Company. That's a bull crap excuse. I never bought that for a second. I never bought that you can't figure out what to put in a restaurant.
So you think it was just construction
I
delays
think it was
or something?
just
so-
delays. They didn't.
Okay.
They just didn't want to own up to it. There's
makes
no
sense.
chance that they couldn't. Oh, we don't have any idea. I don't buy that.
That's true.
There's a sous chef there. Promote that guy and like he had them. Come on, they
Go
knew
get
it.
Remy from France.
Yeah,
He's just
he's
across
right
the World
there.
Showcase. Go get him.
Anyone can cook.
He can cook in space. Can you imagine the sequel, Ratatouille 2? Like
Ratatouille 2.
Remy on the moon,
Cooking in space.
cooking in space. I think we're onto something.
I think I want to blow my brains out.
Put that
was a
on Disney
terrible idea.
Plus. Put that out on Disney Plus
No,
right
Disney
now.
Plus needs quality content.
That is quality content. I don't know what
I
you're
also have
talking
a
about.
theory that's a Star Wars theory.
Those are the
that
best
I
kinds of
think,
theories.
And this is kind of a sidebar, but since we're not doing a Star Wars show today, I still want to bring this up. You're a Star Wars fan, right? Okay. I think they're going to release Mandalorian early.
It's supposed to come out in October. Filming's already wrapped. They can do all post from home right now. Essentially, most post from home. Wouldn't be a bad move. Would not be a bad move.
To get, because I know a lot of people unsubscribed from Disney Plus after Mandalorian was done.
Right.
Like non-hardcore Disney fans were like,
Right.
I'm good. I don't
and they
need
just
to watch
put Onward
Pinocchio."
on it recently.
It's coming on April 3rd.
Oh, it's not out yet.
April
Okay.
3rd.
So it's
It
almost
was released
here.
on VOD.
Oh, okay.
So you could like buy it for $20 if you don't have
Right.
Disney Plus, or if you wait a week and pay $9.99 or what is it? What $8.99 a month? $8
I
a
have
month?
no
$7,
idea.
whatever it is.
Okay.
I don't know why
That's
you
a pretty
wouldn't
good
just wait.
theory, though, and makes sense.
But if
Grab
they're,
all
if they're
those-
going to need money coming in,
Yeah,
why
grab all
would
that
you-
money coming in.
All the casual Star Wars fans who aren't paying, because God knows Clone Wars isn't doing anything for anyone.
Yeah. Good thing today's not a Star Wars episode because I texted you after I watched it. And
I
I was
haven't
like,
watched it yet, but
don't.
I
Don't.
really struggled through 3 and 4.
This one's worse.
It's worse than
Yeah.
3 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Maybe they should cut Clone Wars and not cut Epcot at this point.
Well, those are already done,
I know,
unfortunately.
but yeah.
Epcot sucks. All right.
I don't know
keep
though.
on
I
with what
mean,
you're talking about. Sorry, Epcot's my least favorite park anyway,
yeah.
so I really don't care.
Well, what else?
I think most of the Spaceship Earth redo is being scaled back massively,
Yeah.
which is fine with me. Because I mean, it's never gonna be as good as Jeremy Irons' version probably was, but this one's fine. It's serviceable. Did I say? Okay, I didn't mean to come off that way. That's my favorite version. That's the one I remember the most. And yeah, so I've seen that a lot.
Well, and
Yeah.
they were saying they were going to need somebody else to
A new
narrate it.
narrator, yeah. But
Who
I don't
would
know.
you have narrate it?
Who would I have narrate? Jim Cummings. Jim Cummings, yeah. That'd be cool. It's like his lifetime
As Winnie the
achievement award.
Pooh.
As whatever he
Oh,
wants.
bother,
Each scene
as
he
we roll
changes.
through
One scene he's
on this
Winnie the
giant
Pooh.
spaceship
The next
Earth.
scene he's Hondo. The next scene he's
That's right,
Darkwing.
Pooh Bear. We're flying through space
The
at
next scene
100
is
million
Tigger.
miles an hour.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yeah. He just changes from scene to scene.
Yeah, Pooh, see, those are the Romans.
Thank the Phoenicians.
They're smacking papyrus to make paper. It'd be terrible. No, here's a... Would you really want to see that? Dude, Epcot
Not that,
fanboys
literally,
would
but-
literally climb on Spaceship Earth and jump the fuck off it
Yeah.
if he did it as
Is
a
it- is-
character.
Is that a bad thing? No.
Now, if he did it as Darkwing Duck,
Oh.
your boy's all in.
I know you're in.
That's the only exception to the rules if you add Darkwing Duck to
That's
it.
okay. Yeah.
I have a real good suggestion, but I think it's so good I gotta leave it and I'll have someone else recommend the
So
one.
they'll take your idea and they'll use it.
Give me one that's not Jim Cummings, because all I can think of is Darkwing
Okay.
Duck, or him being like in a world. But he kind of sounds like Pete.
Yeah, he does a little
Hey
bit.
there, goof.
Does he do Pete in the
Yeah,
new ones?
uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete, silly sideshow.
Oh man.
That's him in Magic Kingdom.
I feel like you guys have an idea already, so maybe don't say the one you're saying. You don't? Crap. Okay,
All right,
I
well,
gotta think of one.
I guess I'll say mine. Now, there's a partial joke to this. Idris Elba would be a
That'd be
fantastic
cool.
one, but right now, you'd have to get him recorded while he has coronavirus, so he coughs during the entire thing.
Damn.
And he's like,
too soon, bro. Too soon.
or Tom Hanks too. Either one of those. Would
Tom
work.
Hanks tweeted he's getting better. He said he's so. I don't know what that means, but I'm actually.
Oh, you mean the millionaire with the best care in the world
Right.
survived coronavirus? I'm so shocked. Hang on.
I'm
What?
gonna say
No way.
basic answer, but Morgan Freeman. So I'm gonna say
Here we are, traveling through space on a big
like a
planet.
grand and miraculous.
On a
spaceship.
grand and miraculous. Oh, look at the penguins.
They can tie it in with Disney Nature right there.
Oh God.
Does he
That
do the
wasn't Disney
penguins?
Nature.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if he does that.
Was March of the Penguins?
I have no clue.
Nature, was it?
Or was it National Geographic? Because
No,
now they
I think
own
it was
National
Fox,
Geographic.
actually.
So technically,
Hang on a second. I think it was Fox. That it's
they own it now. So tie it in right there.
well. Here we are on Spaceship Earth. March of the Penguins. I think it was Fox, dude. I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
if it's Fox, if it's National Geographic, either way, like they own it. So
Did you ever watch it?
no,
It's good. If you ever want to see penguins for an hour and a half,
kind of don't.
it's not bad. Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, as it should have. Where do I find out who made it?
I don't know. I just can't think of any other like great voices that I could
French.
pick that haven't already done it.
From France.
I can't think of anybody else. So basic answer.
Distributed by Buena Vista International.
So it was
France.
Disney already.
So it's Disney, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Tie
Okay,
it in
let's
right
play
there.
a little box office game.
Oh, it did terrible. I bet.
So, what do you think the budget was? This was
I'll be
shockingly
awful at
low.
this game, but okay.
This is shocking. Think about what is involved in filming a movie like this. Like flying to Antarctica. Is that where they are? Flying to, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yo, I'm dumb as shit.
It could
okay?
be
Don't
South-
ask me about questions.
South America, South Africa. I mean, it doesn't.
For
it
the
could be.
penguins?
It could be.
South America?
Yeah.
Bro, where Brazil
Have you not
is? You think?
seen the Three Amigos or Three
Bro,
Caballeros?
Sif, we're talking about real penguins in the
The
fucking
Three
Arctic.
Caballeros?
The Arctic
do.
Circle.
They do have
No,
penguins.
they don't.
Yes, they do.
There's no penguins in Africa.
Yes, there are.
Here, look it up. Show me
There
African
definitely
penguins. And if you show me a black penguin, I'm going to be pissed.
Whoa, wait.
They have
They're
African
already
penguins
black
at Busch Gardens,
and white.
everyone.
They're
Thank
both.
you.
I don't believe it.
Wow.
I don't buy it. She's lying.
You're
Get her out of here.
penguinist. You're definitely penguinist.
African penguins. Now, are they called African penguins, or are they actually from Africa?
They're both. That could be called African penguins, but be
So
from
cute.
North Pole. Like,
I'm really stupid. See, this is... Okay, but you never saw this. So it was in the Arctic Circle or
Okay.
wherever the fuck it's cold. I don't know.
It's cold in Indiana. They are not in Indiana.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're
The
saying.
North Pole,
Yeah.
that kind of imagery. That's what we're talking about here.
Okay.
How much do you think it costs to go all the way the fuck up there, take a camera crew, film shit for a year, and then fly back? 'Cause it was shockingly low to me. What do you think it was?
I don't know.
43 million.
All right, $8 million budget.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It was shockingly
No.
low. Yes.
They made that money back.
How much do you think the movie made? Because here's the thing. It was in 2004, right?
They made that money back.
So
They
this is a
definitely
16-year-old movie that we're still referencing as a joke, which means it's in the zeitgeist, right? So 2005, so 15-year-old movie that we all know of, even if we haven't seen the movie.
did. Right.
You know Morgan. So it had a cultural impact in a weird way.
Yeah.
Because it's a joke. Name another movie from 2005. I'll wait. Sahara.
Right? Am I wrong on that? Revenge of the Sith? Was that 05?
Yes.
Okay, see, it's not that
God,
hard.
Name a decent movie from.
The second half of Revenge of the Sith.
How much do you think it made?
It made its money back,
It
definitely.
made so much money back. Are we talking like a lot of money?
We're talking domestically. Okay.
Which doesn't mean shit because movies who win Academy Awards don't necessarily make money.
I'm just going to say like 30 million. It made its money back, but I'm not going to say it was like,
Like a lot? I was gonna say
massive.
something crazy like $500 million.
I don't know.
You guys are both really extreme. You're really extremely low, extremely high. $124 million.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good. That's good
That's
for a
amazingly
documentary.
good. Yeah, for
Yeah, you
about
won.
penguins.
Congratulations.
About African penguins. Like, come on.
Oh God, fuck penguins from Africa.
You just said who doesn't want to watch penguins, and now you're saying
Not from Africa.
I do.
I want ones that are cold and having a
You
terrible
want
life.
like OG
That's the fun.
real
That's the
penguins.
fun of watching it.
Wow.
They're thriving in terrible environments. I don't wanna.
Yeah.
I did, and I was just like, no, I'm good.
How do we get on this? Oh yeah, Morgan Freeman. I was like,
Yeah, so that's your choice.
that's my pick. Morgan Freeman and a penguin. Every now and then it just like chirps.
Isn't that right, my little penguin friend? He's like,
Sounds like a porg.
shut up.
But
Who's your pick for narrator?
No, I second that. I second one.
Second Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
'Kay.
Always.
Pick your own.
Or, oh my gosh, what is his? Peter Dinklage.
ooh, I like
That's
that.
a good call.
I like that one. Yeah. I don't know.
That's a good call.
That's not basic either. No
I
one
picked
has
Bill
said
Cosby.
that. Bill. Oh,
That's
whoa,
his
whoa,
last
whoa.
thing he does before he dies.
Yikes.
Welcome to the spaceship Earth. You're gonna,
Yo, get on
if you zoom in, you can see the crimes I committed.
If
Oh, what
Club
a
Cool
piece of
was
shit
still
that
here,
guy
you
is.
could go get a special Cosby drink.
We're gonna say, take a sip of the drink that's been provided to you from Bill Cosby.
And go over and get a pudding pop.
It's sponsored by the Jello Pudding Company.
Jeez.
Who do you think had a bigger impact? Jello, because it's like synonymous with Bill Cosby, or Subway with Jared,
I think Subway.
because it's more recent?
Yeah. And I didn't make the connection with Bill Cosby and pudding. Or
Really?
Jello, whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all are a lot younger.
Not much.
She is.
Yeah. But still, no, definitely Subway. 'Cause that's still a joke even like nowadays. People are just like
Jared.
talking about Jared.
Dude, what a fucking idiot. And a creep. I'd beat the shit out of that guy if I saw him in public. 100%. With my situation I have going on, I'm real sensitive to that subject,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd beat his ass 100% if I saw him in public. He's
Yeah.
a foot long for you, and I'd just beat his ass.
Just,
It wouldn't make any sense, but I would just say that.
no. Is your fist a foot long? I don't know what you're talking about. Like
I don't
your
know.
arm? I don't understand.
I don't know. I guess it's a foot long, I
You
guess.
just carry your like a heavy ruler in your pocket. You beat him
beat
with.
him with a
I don't-
fucking Subway sandwich.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Toasted.
Would it do better if toasted? I think it would probably be more sturdy, right?
I have no idea.
It'd be
I
more
was
sturdy
not
toasted.
expecting a profound answer after I said toasted, and you.
You know, I take everything seriously.
I know
I'm
you.
like,
well,
I don't know. What would
which
be
is
better?
weird because you mess with me all the time. There would be a lot more crumbs. I don't know if
You
that's.
probably choke on the crumbs though if you like start shoving it in his mouth. That's what
Yeah.
I would do.
Yeah.
I'd kick his ass and like force feed him a foot long. Be like, "Hey, you piece of
Nice.
shit!"
Nice.
Shove it in his mouth.
You haven't thought about this at all, have you?
This is literally the first time I've ever thought about it, but
yeah.
I don't like pedophiles.
I don't think that's.
Did you hear that? I don't like pedophiles.
I don't think that's like a controversial opinion. I feel like that's everybody.
I
that-
know, but it's close to home, my dude.
Oh yeah.
And I mean
True.
real close to home.
True. So Subway's getting
Legally,
cut
I'm not
from
responsible
Epcot.
for anything that happens. after
Subway's
this,
getting
'cause-
cut from Epcot. There's gonna be no Subway Pavilion, is what we're saying.
It's funny to me. There's still a Subway for cast members at Magic Kingdom.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Wow.
Underneath the castle, there's a Subway. If you stand in the right spot on stage, you can smell bread baking.
Did you have an aneurysm?
Yeah,
What
I think
happened?
so. That's actually not true. It would have been a funny joke if I'd have gotten through it the right way and then, like, I don't know, had a stroke halfway through that.
Yeah, you did. It's okay.
So, yeah, Epcot's going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good. This whole thing's a disaster. Luckily, there wasn't that much more planned for the other parks. I don't think you're going to see that much. I think you're probably... Like, I honestly think there's not going to be anything announced for 10 years. Unless for some reason it opens back up and, like, everyone just starts buying everything. And
That's
they
not gonna
raise their
happen, though,
prices
'cause everyone's
enough
gonna
to
be too
make up
broke.
for it. But
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, if they open before people are making money again, like, is it better to not? Like, is it better to stay closed and not lose any money? Because you're not operating, you're not spending money. I mean, I'm sure the castle's still lit every night. Like, I'm sure all that stuff's still happening. So they're still spending money on electricity and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not paying cast members. They're not having deliveries. They're not maintenance. They're not doing. I'm sure they're still doing maintenance. But I just mean, like, the cost of running it
Yeah.
is for 2 weeks. And so that's where I go, like, are they going to open at the end of 2 weeks? Or are they just going to be like, here's what they can't do. If they do this, this will prove my theory that they actually don't care about cast members at all, which I truly believe. I don't think they give a shit about you. You're replaceable. A lot of people want to work here, that if you don't want to work there, someone else will. And that's why they pay you so terribly at Disney. It's sad that SeaWorld pays you better than Disney pays you.
I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Wow.
Job for job, SeaWorld pays you better.
Whoa.
So does Universal. But there's so many people in this. We live in Orlando, so we live in Central Florida.
Yeah.
There's 70,000 people who live here that work at Disney. You can't just fire all those people. The economy here would collapse.
Yeah. And it just depends.
Here,
if-
like, and the same thing in LA to an extent. Not as many people work at Disneyland that work at Disney World.
right.
But think about that, dude. Think about 70,000 people who just go like, "Sorry, you're not working here anymore." And then what happens?
Man.
If they fire everyone after 2 weeks, like, what are these people going to do?
Half of them will leave. They'll just go back wherever they came from. Because
Get back
Half-
to where you came
half
from.
of them are young and the other half are old. It's like there's not a whole lot in the middle. So that's hard. I don't know. And like if they open or not,
I think it would be really dumb for them to do that.
oh yeah.
Rainforest Cafe did it.
They did it, yeah.
Rainforest Cafe did do it.
So I guess the idea would be that they are going to let everyone go temporarily, so they're not paying insurance, and then you just get rehired when this all stops.
They could probably just say they're in a furlough, which is what that is. You still have your job, you're just not getting paid until the park reopens.
They could.
What do you think the chances are? And this is really, really extreme. But what do you think the chances are of them never reopening?
Disney?
Yeah.
0.
There's
no
no
chance.
way they would.
No chance.
No way in hell that they would
Yeah, no
never
chance.
open again. That's crazy.
Okay, counterpoint. What if they are closed until June, and it would cost more money to reopen than it would be to just cut your loss and let it all go?
On day 1 or like
Long
after
term.
being
You-
open
you-
a couple
you
years
talk
and
about-
they make it all back.
Yeah, I'm kind of talking like it would take 5 years to make up what you lost
They do it.
to become profitable again.
They just bought Fox for $70 bill.
Yeah,
Like,
they would do. It's their brand. It's not the money like people would.
yeah.
But that $70 billion purchase is part of the problem. It's
Right.
Not, it doesn't. To me, that doesn't show affluence. It shows stupidity.
But they knew they could make that back eventually. They knew it might take 15 years, but they'll get it back. So if the parks are in that same situation, okay, it might take 20 years to make up this month-long period, but
I
they'll
don't think
do
this
it.
is going to happen. But like, it's like a totaling of a car. Like, at what point does it make sense for you not
Yeah.
to fix that car?
But the thing is, the parks aren't the problem. It's not like the parks are broken and
No.
losing them money. It's the situation that's losing them money. So if it was like the parks were already struggling and losing money, then I could be like, okay, they
Yeah,
might
that's
close
one thing.
this park or they might close half of this park or whatever. But the parks aren't the problem. The situation is the problem. The parks will make that money back quick.
So fast.
And it'll all just depend on how much bookings they have. They can, I mean, you know better than anybody. They can look at the income that's coming in, who's staying at what resort on
They're
what
gonna
date.
fire people.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. And like we said
That scares me, dude.
earlier, like
I've
JPEG's gonna do.
I've had friends that work there. Like that's terrifying. That like
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with you. It was like you didn't do anything wrong.
It's a freak situation.
And just like you're done.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
hmm
All right, let's talk about something happy. I think we've. Unless you had something else to say.
Maybe not.
And
Maybe
bring up
not
some
happy,
sadness.
but you're Mickey and Minnie's.
Oh, it'll be happy for the listeners. It'll be entertaining, but for me, it's not gonna be happy. I can tell.
So have you ridden Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway yet? No.
You haven't ridden it
No.
yet? Oh
when,
shoot!
Last time I went to Hollywood Studios, it had just opened.
Oh, so
and I was like, I gotta get
I don't
on
wanna spoil it.
Rise or nothing. Like, I've already watched the video,
Oh, you already have.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's spoiled for me. But
You made the right choice.
I made that decision.
Rise, yeah, rise over that. Yeah. Right choice.
So I'm gonna have you moderate this discussion.
okay.
Ooh.
So to make it to where I'm not just screaming at you, because I want to try to be level-headed here.
Okay.
But you have an asinine opinion on this ride.
No way. Not even close.
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah, you do. No, you do.
I understand it's a
So hang on.
not
Let's back
controversial, but
up.
it's
Let's
a-
back up. Let's back up. What are your overall thoughts of the attraction?
okay. The word I use to describe it is cute. It's so darn cute. Like it's the cutest attraction there is. It's great for kids, great for families, great for couples. Like it's just adorable. But to me, it's just not what I was expecting. And I think that's the problem. We've said I think that's the problem. I was expecting something and it's not that. But it's not bad. It doesn't suck. But it just isn't what I expected. It's not in my top 20. I'll say that much.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna make you stick to that.
You're
What
gonna
is-
ask
what
one
are
of
your
my
top 20?
I don't have that written
Give me your
down.
top 20.
Oh dear gosh. Okay.
Just keep
In
it
no
count.
particular order. I'll
That's
name
fine.
20 that
That's
are
fine.
better. And it's the first few will be in order. So Rise, Pirates, Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain. People
I'm with you
Mover.
so far. People Mover is a better attraction than Mickey and Minnie.
Oh yeah, I'll sit on that all day.
I do too. I have that same hat he's wearing.
Yep, it's a great.
Got a
hat.
People Mover shirt. I love People Mover. It's not even close to Mickey and Minnie. If you're being objective and not nostalgic, it is no way a better attraction than Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Definitely is.
I had a stroke again saying that. It's so hard to say.
Just say,
Mickey
like,
and
Mickey-
Minnie's
just say
Runaway
Mickey Minnie's,
Railway.
or just say-
See, I said I'm
Just
like
say
trying.
Mickey Minis. That's what I do. It's really easy.
MMRR.
Or say the not
Mer.
top 20 ride. Just say that. It's
Just call it
fine.
Mer.
So I've said 5 so far. So I can't wait to see his reaction to this
That
one.
cracked me up.
Mer.
Where were you? Like you had.
We're on 5.
Oh,
We're on
God.
5. So 6. You're not gonna agree. Spaceship Earth.
I love Spaceship Earth.
Okay, I didn't think you'd say.
No,
okay, but
I
you,
don't hate everything at Epcot. Just
I know.
70% of it.
Okay, I
The
like.
land sucks.
I like Dinosaur better. I like
Living
Kilimanjaro
with the land
better.
sucks. If you say Living with the Land is better than Mickey and Minnie, I'm gonna come across the table. I'm gonna
That's
beat you
number.
to death
That's
with
number
this
19
Coca-Cola.
on my list.
You piece of shit.
It's not. Okay, so that's 8 so far. Wow, this might be tough. I don't even.
See, this is why I hold people to.
I see. Okay, I love all
Stupid
of Splash Mountain except the drop, so I'll say Splash Mountain.
He's a pussy.
It might be my top 20. Crap, I think he's right. It's in my top 20.
See, he says shit.
It's in my. Peter Pan's better, so that's 10, but it's still in my top 20. You're right.
We're
Yeah.
halfway there.
It's in my top 20.
No, keep going, Evan. Keep going.
Does talking with Vi count on Batu as an attraction?
No.
Depends.
Attractions are listed on there. Cinderella's Castle is an attraction.
Oh, that's better. So that's 11. But still, it's in my.
That's 11.
It is in top 20. I was wrong.
Yeah.
As someone who's been in Cinderella's Castle Suite, it is not better than Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
It's definitely.
And I'm gonna post that video because I just thought about it again. Yeah.
Oh
I've
dang!
been-
Yeah, you can.
I can post it now. Woohoo!
All right.
That's
All right.
a pipe dream.
He's right about
For
that.
me.
It's in my top 20. I was wrong. But it's number 20.
Thank you.
I hate this. Why did I agree to be here? Why did I agree?
I'm usually right.
Yeah.
I can call your bluff.
Yeah.
I just know you that well. So anyone else would have gone, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Nah, say
Nah, get out of
it.
here.
Say it, bro.
Yeah.
Say them."
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give it back to her, so I'm not interrupting you while you talk.
Okay.
Remember, we're sharing mics.
Yes.
This
Okay.
is hard.
We're trying to.
Okay.
Every time she says something, I'm gonna move it from her face.
That's
Again.
fine. Best thing about the ride.
I think the pre-show.
The pre-show.
Definitely the pre-show. It's a exclusive short, and it introduces the incredible great song, and it has the coolest. Is it the coolest effect? Yeah, it's the coolest effect in the attraction. Yeah.
Okay,
Pre-show.
Q. I know you didn't.
Nah, Q's
Nah.
nah. Yeah, the Q's lame. Yeah.
I think the posters are cute, but
The posters are cute. Yep.
there's not really much else to look at.
Yeah.
Okay, why do you defend it so heavily?
Welcome to my TED Talk.
Was I not wrong about what I just said though?
You said nothing about the ride itself.
She asked what I liked, what my favorite part was, the best part. Was that true?
Your favorite part's the queue?
No, the Q's lame.
pre-show.
The pre-show.
Sorry, the pre-show. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Your favorite part of that attraction is the pre-show.
Yes.
You don't feel like when you... Okay, here's why the attraction is so brilliant. The queue's boring.
Yep.
It's kind of a brilliant setup. Because by the time you're... They've done so
it
much
sets
work
you
with
up
like...
so low that it
Can I
can't
finish? I
disappoint
didn't interrupt
that.
you.
Just-
I didn't interrupt you
You're right.
one time.
You're right.
Drink your mics hard,
I was
you
agreeing.
bitch boy.
The queue sets you up so low that it can only get
Oh,
better.
look at him. He's still continuing.
Go on,
Isn't
go
that
on,
great?
go on.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? You're a moderator. Shouldn't you be telling him it's not your turn now?
We're sharing mics.
That's fair. She said that so aggressively. I like it. She's like, we're sharing mics, dummy. So here's why I like it. By the time you get to the pre-show, I really think you're not expecting much. Because I was underwhelmed at the queue. I was walking through and I was like, this sucks. Like, it's just like the Great Movie Ride queue, except the fun parts of the Great Movie Ride queue. Now, that doesn't mean you can be on your phone, sir. Put your phone away. We're doing a show. Unless you're looking up a fish with a face.
I am.
Put your phone away. Don't care who's texting you. Tell her you'll text her later.
Go ahead.
Put
Keep
your phone
going.
down.
Keep talking.
No, phone down. Oh, no, phone down.
You're interrupting yourself.
It's a distractor. It's
You're
a
interrupting
distraction.
yourself.
You are a distraction to me. Thank you.
I have that effect on people.
I don't think you too. Put your phone down.
Okay, all right.
You can't be on your phone and moderating.
Sharing a mic.
That's fair. You still have to moderate.
Okay. All right.
Fair?
Fair. That's fair. That's fine. Go ahead. Take your time.
You know what that reminds me of? The South Park thing where he's like, "Can I finish? Can I finish?" Okay, I'm finished. I think they just do a good job of setting you up to be blown away by how crazy the pre-show is, and then going into the queue, because the outside world of the movie theater is completely different. Even in that room, what you get once you pass the screen. Once you pass that screen and you're walking into the movie theater with one of the coolest effects of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're going into that, it's a cartoon. It kind of reminds me of Dudley Do. I said this when we were there opening day.
Yeah,
Reminds
you
me of
did.
Dudley Do Right.
Yeah.
But it's like that times 10. It's Disney's version of being in a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the ride vehicle itself is an amazing design. The idea to have Goofy on the train. If you can, by the way, sit in the front the very first time you do this because you can see him.
Mm-hmm.
I sat in the back the very first time we did it, and you couldn't see Goofy at all, and it was kind of weird because you hear him, kind of, but you don't really see him.
Yeah, my first time I did it was front car, and yeah, it's way better sitting there.
Plus, you can see the animatronics of Mickey and Minnie better. This is kind of. You said you've seen the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did such a good job of making a 2D thing 3D. That is, I don't think people realize that how hard that is to do. Like, it's weird when you see something from 2D to 3D. Like, for example, when you're watching Ralph Breaks the Internet, and there's that weirdness of all the princesses that aren't in 3D.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
It was weird, but I accepted it fast for some
Oh,
reason.
look how he's interrupting me again.
But-
How great.
No, I'm agreeing. It's weird.
I'm kidding. Come on.
Just gotta
It's a
get
hard
back
thing
on
to
my
do
phone.
is to make something 2D 3D, and especially something like a 2D Mickey short where he's flat and he's a 2D cartoon,
Mhm.
to make him an animatronic. And one thing that is super hard to do with Mickey in particular
His head.
is his head,
Yeah.
because no matter what angle he's at, you always see his ears.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a Disney thing that they have to do,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to do, and that's why when you see him, it's kind of a weird angle that animatronic is, but they have to do it that way. It's like a rule for
Mhm.
drawing Mickey. Like, no matter what angle you're at, you have to see his
Both
ears.
of his ears. You can't just
Both
see
of-
one.
Both
Yeah.
of his ears. It's kind of like Phineas and Ferb. Like, imagine how
Their
weird that
noses
would.
are always like.
Imagine
yeah.
how weird that would look. Like,
Yeah.
and I think they did an amazing job of taking that and making it a real life thing.
Mhm.
Now, there's parts of it that aren't like the Daisy thing. My daughter, it's her favorite part of the ride.
Mhm.
The Daisy thing, that is 100% them just showing what they can do with trackless vehicles.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing more than a tech demo.
Mm-hmm.
I also have kids, and I can see like it's my kids' new favorite. Both of them love that attraction. So I'm going to be a little more biased to it than somebody like you is.
Mm.
You are.
Me is.
You is.
Yeah.
Evan like you is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be a little more biased to it because my kids love it so much. But I think what they did with what they could do was perfect. There's not a thing I would improve on other than kicking off the attraction with an animatronic. Because I think
They kind of do.
there's no, because the first scene is like, to me that's my favorite scene of the show, where you get like, it feels like you're in a cartoon, which is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I think it's also the only attraction that does justice on camera.
Yeah, it's weird because going into it, I was talking with Kevin on opening day beforehand, and I was like, with my crappy camera, I'm not even going to try to film it. It's a dark ride. It's going to look bad. And he's like, no, you'll be surprised how
No,
it
buddy, I'm
looks.
telling you, you're
Yeah.
gonna be shocked at how great it.
Yeah, so I was like,
He
I'll
sounds like
take,
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll take your word for this. So I went in and like I filmed it, and even on my crappy camera, it looks really good.
It's incredible.
So it's weird how it's a dark ride, but it looks great on any camera.
I think I'm surprised that you say that you don't like the 2.5D of it, because that's what I didn't even. The only time I didn't see Mickey and Minnie in the attraction was the first time I rode it when we were in the Western scene,
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't looking for it. I was just enjoying being in a cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the closest thing. I think it would have been cooler of an idea if they'd have done that exact ride and just swap out Mickey for Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that'd be great. They should. They won't, but they should do that in Disneyland because they're putting it in Toontown. That'd be great.
That's the only thing that
And
I
have
go
Benny
like.
the
that would
Cab be the ride vehicle.
well, he's already a ride vehicle.
Oh,
He's
that's
already a ride
true.
vehicle.
He's already in Cartoon Spin. Yeah.
So I think that would be the only.
You know what though? Like this is basically Cartoon Spin, just updated,
No, it isn't.
Updated.
No.
like, and better.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's nothing like Cartoon Spin.
And
You've been on Cartoon Spin, right?
no, I'm talking about in
So maybe you
concept
don't have an
only,
opinion.
like in idea, not in like execution.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what'd you say? No opinion or invalid.
I said maybe you don't have an opinion then. if you
Oh,
haven't
I
written
knew,
it.
I knew that's what you said.
No,
then,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
He's not kidding.
I am kidding, because it's you, and you're not dumb. You would know not to say you like the ride if you haven't ridden it.
Yeah, I didn't say if I
'Cause
like
I
it or
hate
not.
when people do that.
Oh, I know you do.
Have
I
you-
saw you.
Have
yeah.
you ridden the ride? No, but I saw it on YouTube so I could have an opinion of it. No, you can't.
I don't like to have an opinion on rides.
You can have an
after-
opinion of it.
Well, but I can't like.
You can have an opinion. Oh, I like what I saw.
Yeah.
But you can't have a ride. You can't go, that's a great ride when you haven't ridden it.
Yeah.
This is why I'm moderating.
Exactly.
See? Smart.
But like, I don't even
I
like
was pointing at her, not me.
discussing attractions and trying to form a like valid or invalid whatever opinion on it until I've done it 2 or 3 times. So like, this is still fringe for me. I've only done Mickey and Minnie's 3 times, but still.
The only ride I haven't had to do that with was Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, that one you don't need
Because
to. You come off, it's like, yep.
I cried.
That's how you know. When you come off like that, it's like, I'm going to do it again because it's the greatest, but I don't need to because it's,
It's the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think they could ever top that.
no.
But I think that it is a great addition to Hollywood Studios. I think it's perfect for that park because that's what that park needed, was a family ride.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who loves that park to death but has 2 kids that aren't, even Bentley, though Bentley's 8, he's not really tall. He just is now tall enough to do Rock and Roller Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
They said he's going to be like 5'2". He has me as a dad who's 6'4". He's going to be like 5'2". It's going to be hilarious. My daughter's, she's almost the same height as him, and he's 4.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's small. So they don't have. There's not a lot for them to do at Hollywood Studios. Let's see if you guys know this trivia question. What is the only attraction at Hollywood Studios that does not have a height requirement?
It doesn't?
It's now. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know it.
What is it?
Yeah, it's now Mickey and Minnie, isn't it?
There was one before.
Oh, before. I don't know. Falcon does, Star Tours does,
Attraction or ride?
Coaster does, Tower of Terror does, Slinky does, Saucers. No, that does.
No, the saucers have
Saucers
them.
does. What?
You can be pleased with yourself and tell everyone.
Right.
All I know is because I used to work at the park. Midway Mania.
Oh, I forget that even exists somehow.
Oh.
Yeah. I wouldn't have never
I
guessed
love
that,
Midway
though.
Mania.
Huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. It screens. You probably can't like it.
You're right.
It's a game. It's
I've
fun.
only done it like 5 times.
What?
Yeah.
I love that ride.
Me.
It's so fun.
Eh.
I'll kick your ass on that ride.
I know you would, because I've only done it like 5 times.
That's
Because
fair.
it's eh.
It's fair. Is that? Do you like Midway Mania?
I've never.
You've never done Midway Mania?
The lines are always absolutely ridiculous when I go.
It's not worth it.
So let me ask you this: what would you change about the attraction that you don't like? That was a
Less-
moderator question. Hang on, I'm gonna let her ask you
Oh,
that.
okay.
What would you change about the ride?
Less projections of any kind. It's okay to
Okay,
have some.
Hang on. Stop. What is being projected to you that you think is being projected?
Mickey and Minnie in the desert scene, the
Okay,
Grand
one.
Canyon scene. Mickey and Minnie in the city scene when you got Pete doing the jackhammer, which is awesome because he's a cool big animatronic, but like everything else is just projected around him. Mickey and Minnie in the old gangster alley scene. Mickey and Minnie in the factory scene. Yeah, that's like 4 or 5. What is that? 4?
Out of 8 scenes,
Half? Yeah. That'd make it like 2.
but like, don't you think less is more sometimes?
Yeah, less projections is more attraction. Yeah.
No. Less of the physical thing, like for the animatronics. That's why Rise works so well. Is because you don't see him in an animatronic form in every turn. There's only 2 scenes where you see him as an animatronic.
Kylo
Ren.
himself, but there's animatronics all the time.
Yeah, but there's also screens all the time. There's more
Mhm.
screens than there are animatronics.
As
If you're not counting the stormtroopers outside, which
as backgrounds.
that's what this is, though. They're on the background. They're you walk
they-
into a room and the entire room.
Some-
Hang on, the entire room is completely colorized and painted
Mhm.
to look like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And even with scenes where there are animatronics in there, you are focusing on the one little part of it that is projected.
Right.
And I'm curious as to why that bothers you so much when it's such a small thing.
What am I supposed to focus on? What's the
Everything else that's going on around you,
So in the Grand Canyon scene, I'm supposed to look at
just the
a
scenery.
rock,
You're in a cartoon. Yes.
just a
Look
painted
around
rock.
and go, holy shit!
A
They
painted
made a
rock.
2D thing 3D.
But it's just static rocks. Like it's a beautiful environment, but I can look at a beautiful painting all
don't-
day. It doesn't like.
But
just a
it's not the
beautiful
same
painting.
thing when you can step inside the painting. That's when it changes. That's my point. If you painted that, I'd be like, I don't give a shit. It's a painting. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can go into this and go, holy crap, dude, I'm in. Why don't I say crap? Holy shit, dude, I'm in a Mickey Mouse short right now that looks like this, and it's real, and it's not a white wall with projected stuff on it. Like those sets are real. They're painted like that. They're supposed like you're focusing on the one little thing that's a projection. You keep saying there's too many projections, but my thing is there's not a lot of projections. The only thing that's a true projection is when you go into that little dome and you're like going underwater.
Oh, I hate that part.
And then everything comes back out and it's real again and it's changed.
It's
Due to
changed
lighting.
just because they've changed the projection. Like, because it's got the squid from one of the episodes.
Okay, so when a stormtrooper shoots at you at Rise of the Resistance, it doesn't count and it's not cool because it's a projection.
some of those aren't. They're swinging, undulated, like light arms.
The
that
one
swing.
the one you're talking about is Kylo Ren. I'm talking about
No. They swing down from the ceiling like
yeah,
a light
I
arm.
know what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
the effect of that getting shot through is a projection. So that doesn't count though because
the laser bolt itself. Some
no,
of them.
no, I'm talking about the damage that is done to those when you see it.
Oh,
And it's
some
like
of-
wires
some of
and
those
sparks.
Well, those parts are.
That's what I'm talking about. So that doesn't.
Parts of the wall
so that
fall
shouldn't
away.
count because it's a projection.
The bolt
and can't-
itself is a projection, but like the wall falling away, reacting to it, is a practical
But that's-
three-dimensional.
Okay, but that's
moving thing.
you're proving my point here because everything else in there is practical, except the one thing that you're focusing on that is like a Mickey and me that are this big.
But that's the point. What's the title of it?
You're in that short.
Then change the name to
You're
Come
you,
Watch and Live in Perfect
the,
Picnic.
the title is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. God damn it, Runaway is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah.
Is there any point where you don't feel like you're on a runaway train?
No, that part I do because that's
Okay,
a
so
three-dimensional
that's the
practical
title of the
moving
attraction
thing.
is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway
Mickey
Railway.
and Minnie's, yeah.
They're in the attraction as a projection
Yep.
less than half the time.
Still way too much. If it's 45%.
You don't get what I'm saying? You're focusing on the small thing, the small detail.
That's a big thing.
No,
Mickey
it
and Minnie,
isn't.
They started the whole thing without Mickey and Minnie.
Can I just ask, because I haven't been on the ride, but I did watch the video, how odd do those animatronics like?
No, they look good. I like the animatronics.
The ones where they're like head
In the car,
turned?
that looks really good. Yeah. And the picnic versions of them, even
Yeah,
better somehow.
Because they
Those
look
are good.
odd to me on
The
camera.
Pluto's so cool. Uh-huh.
The Pluto did look good when I saw it on the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah. The animatronics look amazing.
Yeah.
There's a little weirdness to them, but it's because you have to have a static image move.
Yeah.
You can only make it move so much before you have to change that, and that would require movement
And
of the
it
head.
helps, especially in the first time you see them. They're black, obviously, Mickey and Minnie, and they're against
You
like a black
racist
background.
motherfucker.
So like it's harder to like delineate in a good way because like they've done that on purpose. They play with the lighting.
You can still see their arms and stuff.
Yeah, you can but
totally
yeah,
see all of it.
Yeah, they do it to make that angle look better.
I just don't get why you're focused. There's like, it's if there were no animatronics in the ride,
Oh,
I would be all on board with your argument. But the fact that there are animatronics in literally every scene is where you lose me, except the desert. There's
There you go.
animatronics in every other scene,
that is true. Yep.
and that's where I just go like, well, except
if
the
you
end
count-
too.
Yeah,
but
if
I
you
count
the set changing as an animatronic.
But dude, that you can't tell me that's not crazy impressive projection or not. The room, are you insane? The room changes from you're in a factory to being outside. And it's
Something
just
goes
like
down and something
it's-
comes up.
It's
Like,
so
it's-
no, you're wrong. Those things change. They move.
yeah, they just move. Like one thing opens and
You're
another thing goes
such a
up.
fucking. You are driving me insane.
I know, but
You are driving me to sit there and go, that's not impressive is insane to me that you would say that. That is insane that you would say that.
I just didn't find it impressive. I don't know. I didn't find it impressive.
I think we're agreeing to disagree here.
Maybe.
Explain to me what's not impressive about that.
I don't know. It's just like because I know that okay, that thing's going down, this thing's opening up. It's like okay, I can see what's happening. I don't know. I have no other way to say like how it's not impressive to me.
I get
understand
it.
how people think
I get
it
this to
is.
you, but I don't get how that isn't impressive. Like that's insane to me.
Did you feel like it wasn't immersive enough?
It's very yeah. It's pretty well when it comes to that, but doesn't make sense. I'm not even speaking
Like-
English. Its immersion is pretty good. Like
Compared to Rise? Like
oh well,
immersion?
nothing. You can't compare it to
You
Rise.
can't.
Like no,
I agree with you 100% on that. It's
Yeah.
not like Rise.
Yeah.
It's definitely not.
no. Like you can see the ceiling in this.
But for
so like I
for
can't.
what it is though, like I get it. Okay, it's not Rise, and if you're grading it on that scale, and that's
Right.
never going to compare. And I agree
Yeah.
with you 100% on that.
Yeah.
I wasn't going this is the next Rise of the Resistance,
Yeah.
where I think you were.
I think that's the problem. I didn't
And-
think it was gonna be as good, but I thought it was gonna be damn close.
I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting like an updated version of like Winnie the Pooh or something.
Which is funny because like that's how I describe it when people ask. I'm like, it's like if they did a classic dark ride today, this is how they would try to.
Oh
execute
no,
it.
I disagree with you 100%. No, it's way more advanced than that, man. Like those ride vehicles that dance and move around like
well, no,
that.
if they did it today, this is how they would do it.
No,
You don't
They-
think they would?
no,
if they
because
could,
they did. Winnie the Pooh's not that old, man. It's from like 2003.
Well, they used to track
2005
this
or
ride
6 or
for it
something like that.
overseas, but they got too cheap to do it here.
Yeah, that's
So-
depressing when you find out that those two rides are the same year. Did you
Yeah.
know that? The Pooh's Honey Hunt in Tokyo Disney is the same year
With
that the one
trackless
here
ride
that opened.
vehicles.
Within like months of each other.
I can't say because I haven't ridden it, but I feel like that's better than Mickey and Minnie's. I can't say because I've ridden it, so I don't know.
Nah, man. I haven't ridden it either, but I love the ride. I'm super biased because my kids are all about it too, and anything they love, I just kind of go all in on.
As you should.
But-
That's what dads are supposed to do.
But like, I just don't get the fact that you don't find it impressive. That's what's like it or not. Because I could, if I wasn't a Star Wars fan. Or here's a perfect example. I am not a Harry Potter. Are you a Harry Potter fan? I am not at all a Harry Potter fan.
I did finally watch.
We finally have. Are you like an expert Harry Potter person?
Oh man.
Oh shit! We finally found one. Okay.
Hey, we'll find another one when Erica comes on. So yeah.
Oh, she's a big Harry Potter fan
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh,
I finally
sick.
watched episode 1 last night.
Episode 1.
or whatever
You
it's called.
fucking-
Chapter 1, whatever it's called. Movie 1, whatever it's called.
Dun,
Year
dun,
one.
dun, and Harry Potter.
I watched it.
And the Chamber of Secrets.
I watched
It's a
it.
dark time for Hogwarts and the Muggleborn.
Yeah. The Voldemort
The
speaks.
dead speak.
The dead speak. The dead don't have a nose or whatever his thing is. I
Yes.
don't know.
Yes.
Whatever it is. I watched that last night, so
Yeah.
Did you like it?
no.
Me either.
It
Okay.
was slow. It was so slow.
You'll
Yeah.
have to tell me. You'll have to tell me what you think of the third one because that's the best one. In my
If I get
opinion.
that far.
Yes.
If
Damn
I
good
get
movie.
that
I'm not
far,
gonna lie
I
to you.
don't know.
Gary Oldman's.
Gary Oldman's in it?
Gary Oldman is.
Oh, shit.
Iconic series.
Hang on. Serious.
Come on.
Fuck. Hang on.
Just said it.
What
I didn't
happened?
hear what you said. Sirius Black.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Got it. I would tell you
Sirius
if I heard
Black,
you.
what? What is?
That's Gary Oldman's character.
That's a character name?
Yes. It's
All right.
serious, like the
Not-
star.
Not
That's what I
SERIOUS.
was thinking. Okay, like the star. Okay. It's 99% weird instead of 100% now. So,
It's a good movie, dude.
okay.
Yeah, but so I look at it where I go, and I don't know shit about Harry Potter. Like my extent of like the nerdiness is like I know the house names, I know like the traits of them. I
don't
know
even know
what
that yet.
parcel tongue is. Like that's
I don't
about
know what that is.
that's about as far as come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
about as far as my nerdiness goes for Harry Potter. Like I just don't know it that well. I've watched all the movies except the last two. Never seen Deathly Hallows.
the Johnny Depp two or the other
No.
two? Okay.
Like you guys have Jedi talk. I could have a Harry Potter podcast.
You should do it.
We should.
Yes.
Let's talk
That's
after
weird.
the show.
There's not
Let's
that many
talk
Harry
after
Potter podcasts.
Let's talk after the show.
Yeah.
Let's talk after the show because I would actually be really curious to.
Normally I don't. Normally I just leave as soon as we turn this off.
Are there
So,
any Harry Potter podcasts?
I don't go
You don't
looking.
leave after we
I
turn the
know.
show off. What are you talking about?
I don't go looking.
I've
for
spent
'em, but
hours with you after shows. We could do
I
like
know.
9 more shows with the stuff
I'm
we
so
talk
nice. I get to.
Well, I mean, they're like the Super Carlin brothers do a lot of Harry Potter stuff on their channel.
That's
and they
true.
Have a
They do
podcast.
Disney and Potter.
They
yeah.
do Disney and Potter. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they'll talk about it sometimes. I think in their podcast, but
Mhm.
I don't know of any
Like specific Potter
like Jedi
podcasts.
talk like Harry Potter.
the Pottercasts.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
mhm.
Call it Four Houses, a Harry Potter podcast.
It's not bad. Or the Serious podcast. The Serious
A very
Black
serious-
podcast. A very serious podcast.
Let me hang my head in shame that I know you. But the point is, I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but I can objectively ride those rides and go, holy crap, that's impressive. To the point that I have said for years that Forbidden Journey was the greatest theme park attraction ever made. And I still think short of Rise of the Resistance, that stands true. That attraction is incredible. So is Hagrid's. They're both on a different level. I think Forbidden Journey is seriously Universal's Rise of the Resistance, man. It's incredible.
Wow. And
It's
been
incredible.
out longer. It's been around for
Well,
how
it's
long?
Scott Trowbridge. He did that too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an incredible ride.
You cried after Rise. I cried after the first time of Forbidden Journey. Like it was amazing.
I get it. That attraction is incredible. I think it's if you take Rise out, it's the best attraction in Orlando, 100%. And I'm not a Harry Potter fan at all. I'm also not a Cars fan, and Cars Land is great.
It's got the Kuka arms.
So that's
Like,
my frustration with you with this. Is like you can't even admit that it's great. You don't have to like it, but
I don't think it's great.
that's crazy to me.
I don't think you do it, but I think people throw around great way too much. Like,
Oh, I definitely don't. I shit on everything.
yeah. But
Which is weird that people think I'm positive. That's so strange to me. You're so positive. No, I just talk about things I like because I'm not an idiot, and I'll talk about things I don't like Evan's doing. Fucking idiot.
That's what I do. Not really. This is like the only time I'm somewhat negative.
And that's what's weird about it. It's like,
Yeah.
what a weird thing for you to pick on.
I'm not.
Like,
it's-
Municiberg is right there. You could shit on that all you want, and I'd be right there with you.
yeah, I forget that even exists.
Yeah, me too. Except when I want a key lime pie. Those things are good.
True.
God, those are good. Have you had that?
Which,
The key lime pie from, oh my God. So
yeah,
good.
it's really good.
So
I
good.
wish I would have got. I don't think they were around when the park was still open. Blueberry pie from Mickey and Minnie's. They released them like
We were going to get one that night.
Yeah.
The last night we were there, which was like 2 or 3 nights before the parks closed.
yeah.
They were gone. They're
They're
like, we've been
gone.
gone since like 1.
Oh, I wanted to get one. I should have done it opening day, like you say. Like your theory is, if you want it,
If you want it,
get
get
it because it's gonna be gone.
It's gone. That's why I want to come back. I want that yellow shirt.
Oh, it's a good shirt.
That Mickey and Minnie shirt.
I got all
up
the
my
merch I wanted. I just didn't get that pie.
I
Should've
bought
had
the
pie.
blue shirt with like them and like the fake pocket, which I love, but
Yeah,
I
it's
really
cute.
want that blue shirt too. Or yellow shirt. That yellow shirt's
Mhm.
awesome. All right. I think we talked enough about Mickey and Minnie, unless you have something to add.
Yeah, I think we're agreeing to disagree. Yeah?
For somewhat. But I know I did. Just said less projections.
Less projections, more animatronics. Which you did not like.
So what you want? No, hang on. I agree with you, but I don't think there's that many projections. I think you're being over dramatic with the amount of projections that you think are there. I really do.
Probably.
I think if you really objectively look at it, there's way more animatronics than there are projections because I don't count a screen as a projection. Like the Goofy thing, it's not a projection.
I don't have
screen.
a problem with that. I love that. It works too because it's like 2.5 dimensional. That's perfect.
But that's my thing. Like all that stuff works for me. Everything everything in that attraction it feels real.
Mm-hmm.
And like the animatronics surprised me every time I saw them. I was like,
because you didn't expect.
I wasn't expecting to
one
see
of
it.
those. Whoa, those exist.
not one of those like holy shit I've never seen one of. What is that? Like what?
Yeah.
It wasn't
What
mind-boggling.
is the deal?
But what's that? But it was cool to see, and it was cool. I honestly think too. It's just hard to do Mickey in 3D.
But they nailed that. I think it's fine.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And that's why the Mickey walk around character has always been perplexing to me because they never thought about that.
Yeah. And when he turns his head, you don't see both ears. It's weird. Like
It's
that's
weird.
the only time you're allowed to not see
Yeah.
his ears.
Yeah. I respect your opinion, even though
I know.
yelling at you.
That's
I'm
why I
yelling-
respect
by
you.
the way,
That's why I love you.
Let's let everyone who's listening know. When I yell at you and I'm doing it for humor, I'm joking. We are
Mhm.
best friends.
Yeah.
I'm not going to beat you up after. I mean, I might.
That's why
I
I'm
might
here.
boot
'cause-
you around real quick.
Right. He's done that
No.
before. We've
Oh.
jujitsu
That
before.
one night we did jujitsu for like 2 hours.
Man, I came out soaked. I was drenched in sweat. I was like, I need a long cold shower after this. I about got killed 6
I
times.
can't run like a mile, but
I can do that.
I can do jujitsu for like 6 hours and not get
That's
exhausted.
insane. I did it for
Yeah.
like 10 minutes in, and I was like, I'm done. This
Yeah,
is
I could do
crazy.
it. I could do it for hours and be fine. Anyway, let's move on to our last topic of the show because we're like 2 hours into the show already.
That's fine. It's a great show.
That's good. It's fun. I'm gonna go last, mostly because I want to get an ice cube. But I'm also curious
Like
what
the
you
actor?
guys.
Is he coming on?
He's coming. I'm meeting him outside. He's gonna come in. He's like, "What's up, fool?" He's gonna be like that. He's gonna be real aggressive.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you guys think. Honestly, I'm curious because this is a topic that I think is a good discussion, and it's one of those things too. It's whereas Mickey and Minnie's not objective because Evan's a piece of shit. Music is music is completely objective, where it's like certain things hit you a certain way, and I'm really curious what you what you like says a lot about you. You're wearing an AC/DC shirt, which means you like to party.
Back in black. I had to say.
She like
I'm
Iron Man.
glad to
That's
be
why.
back.
What's up?
She
What?
likes Iron Man. She got the same taste he does.
Yeah, I love Back in Black too. I love AC/DC.
Yeah, me too.
Who doesn't?
Right? What?
Who do you prefer, Bon Scott or the other guy? God, what's
The
his
other
name?
guy. So you prefer Bon Scott?
No, he died like early.
Oh,
I can't remember the guy's name.
I don't know.
He's been with the band since there was somebody after Bon Scott.
Well, I would hope so. Because I mean, if he passed away, they would have to get guitar eventually. But that's where
Brian
like,
Johnson. Jesus Christ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Brian Johnson.
That's Ryan Johnson's brother.
It is. They're related. He's like,
Yep.
I'm Brian Johnson's brother.
that's what he sounds like.
Why
When
would
he,
he sing
when he,
like
that's
that?
how he introduces himself.
Oh.
You wanna have it
That's what he sounds like to me.
You wanna know how? Bonus trigger. Shoot the thrill. Ride a kill. Too many women. Too many
Are
wheels.
we getting a copyright claim on this?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
It's not a bad Brian Johnson.
No.
So, background music?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go because you don't.
That other girl that could have been here for
Oh.
Oh.
So do you want to? Are we doing? You got 10, then I
guess.
got 10, then Brad's got 10.
You know what?
5, 5, 5. How do you want to do it?
3, 3, 3.
3, 3, and 3.
3, 3, 3.
Okay.
Okay, you go first. Because I
Top
went
three.
first last time.
Okay.
Oh,
Now-
okay. I'm going to have to go off the top of my head. Okay.
Okay. This might jog your memory some, so that'll definitely
Okay.
help you.
Yeah.
I oftentimes a lot will put on. That was very, very redundant. Very redundant.
Sometimes every day.
So I often will put on YouTube some background music loops to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, by the way, caveat. I don't know if they can hear me. It can be dead music. It's not there anymore.
Okay,
extinct
cool,
loops,
yeah.
extent music loops. Okay. So the 3 that I go to the most are my top 3. So based upon the 3 main background music loops that I listen to fall asleep to a lot are based upon what my favorites are. So my third favorite.
So describe how we're doing this. We're going to go each give 3 and then
Right. I'm gonna say 3. My top 3. Right.
Then we'll give one, and then we'll.
Oh, so I'm saying my number 3, and then number 3, then number 3, and then I'm saying my
Oh,
number
we're
2.
going 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
One at a
okay.
time. Yeah.
All
So
right.
my number 3 is hopefully the current Future World background music loop. I hope it remains current, but if not, I'm gonna miss it. But that's the one I put on a good chunk of time when I'm falling asleep. It just got a little bit of everything. It's got, the interventions. I would say innovations. The interventions music loop in it. It's got Universe of Energy in it. It's got Fun to Be Free from World of Motion. Like, it's got everything from 80s, 90s Epcot. That's why I love it so much. Yeah. It's just perfect. And it's weird because, like, it's nostalgic even if you never even witnessed 80s Epcot. I never went to 80s Epcot. So, like, I shouldn't have any connection, but I do. I don't know why. But it even has 90s Epcot in it, and I have connections with that for obvious reasons because I went in the 90s. But that's my number 3, Future World background music loop.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Are you going to go? Okay. I think my number 3 is right now the entrance music to Hollywood Studios.
Ooh, good.
I really like it. It's just
that's not even
just
on my list.
I walk up and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a good day. This is a good time.
I like the hi ho one that they have. Dun, dun, dun,
just
dun,
all
dun,
like
dun,
my
dun,
favorite
dun,
songs,
dun,
but
dun,
just like
Yeah.
yes, you'll
Oh,
love my
good
number
pick.
1. Yes,
I love that pick.
yes, it's so good.
But it's so
Okay.
new that I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
Great pick.
Oh man,
Ooh.
it's just
Yeah.
it's so good. Okay.
All right, my number 3 is gonna shock everyone listening to this.
I'm
But my number
shocked.
2 is gonna shock people more
Oh.
than my number 1. People are probably like, "Yeah, it makes sense." My number 3 is the music loop inside the queue of "It's Tough to Be a Bug."
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. You know what? I might be weird, but I watch Tough to Be a Bug every time I go to Animal
I
Kingdom.
love that show, man. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
I love the Hopper animatronic.
If you don't know the music I'm referencing, it's kind of hard to find on YouTube.
It is.
But it's Wedway Radio's intro music.
Mm-hmm.
So if you listen to Wedway Radio, any of their episodes, that is their intro music. It's amazing, and I love it
Yeah.
to death. It's so good. It's one of those music loops for me that, like, it fits the area, but you can't really pin why it fits the area. Like, when you're walking
Yeah,
through that music,
that's
like,
fair.
it doesn't, there's no way, like, when you're going through the Star Wars area and you hear the John Williams score for Galaxy's Edge, it sounds Star Warsy.
Mhm.
This doesn't sound like Bug's Life. There's no Bug's Life theme in it.
It doesn't have
It's-
what's his name in it? The old what's his name? He did Toy Story also.
Randy Newman.
Randy Newman.
Yeah, there's no
Doesn't have
Randy
the-
Newman score in it.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. But for some reason, it fits the area. I love it. It's just always been one of those, like, really quaint small music loops that you're like, that's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
It's fun. I love
it's
it.
a good one. It's
Yeah.
obscure.
It's very obscure.
It's in your favorite park of all time.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom.
Just as much as I love Epcot.
Yep. And as much as you love Harambe. So yeah.
Oh God.
Is
Safari
Harambe
Mike.
your number 1? That's definitely
No.
That's it.
No, no,
number
no.
2?
No.
Oh, that was a perfect time to say,
No,
yeah,
it's
it definitely
terrible.
is. And then flip the rug out from under us.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Absolutely not.
Dang. All right. Very interesting. Mine is also a Q background music loop. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean background music loop in the
so
queue.
good.
It just has that like
So good.
60s, 70s, whatever kind of vibe to it. It's very calm and soothing, very relaxing. And it just sounds, it's weird. It's like a muted sound almost. But I don't know how to describe it. It's such a odd sound to describe. But it's got like that like oboe or flute. I don't even know what it is. I'm
Yeah.
not musically inclined, but it just, I don't know. And it being one of my favorite attractions and favorite movies, like it always takes me right to that position. If I put that on anywhere on the planet, I can immediately like think where I'm at and know my surroundings where I am.
I missed it because I was looking at a work text. I didn't hear
Get
a single
off your
thing.
phone,
I'm
man. Come on.
sorry. I had it. It's a Google Hangout. What?
Yep.
What did you say? What music group?
Pirates Q.
Oh, I should have figured.
Yep.
Okay, so when we say background music loop, any attraction,
Yeah,
queue,
anything's fair game here.
anything. Okay, so I'm gonna change my number 1 then.
It's wherever, whenever. So it can be.
Yeah,
It can
it's
be
Disney
anything in the Disney
parks
parks that has ever been there. It doesn't have to be there currently.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is gonna be my number 2 instead of my number 1. Tower of Terror, the Q music.
Ooh, speaking of muted, yeah. Good one. That's great.
So good. I
It's
like
creepy.
jazz music, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's that.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like, and just that, and the atmosphere just with it, just kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's just like what I was just saying. That instantly transports you
Yeah.
to Tower of Terror. You
Yeah.
know you're in that hotel lobby when you hear that. Like, yeah,
It's so good. Okay.
it's a good one.
Dang, good one. That one's so good it changed my number 2.
Whoa.
All right, so I'll tell you what my number 2 was, but reason that's not really the reason I changed it. The reason I changed it was because you brought it up already. The Epcot Interventions music loop.
Mm-hmm.
That when you first walk in, that dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. It's so good. It's
It sets you up.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's almost too good because it makes the rest of Epcot look terrible.
Right.
Because it's not as fun as that music is.
I was about to say it sets you up for a fun, exciting day, but then
But you know what's better at Epcot than that music?
no, I don't.
The Wonders of Life music, Celestial Soda
Aw.
Pop. Do 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 do.
It's so
Oh
good.
God, it's so good.
I kind of
It's
it's
so
in
good.
that same loop, right? I kind of put it in there.
No,
in
it's
that-
not the same.
No,
Nope,
darn.
nope,
Okay,
nope, nope,
well
nope.
that's in mine too. So
It's so good that last year at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, they had it playing in Tomorrowland.
yeah. Whoa.
And it came back, and I was like,
Funny you
Tomorrowland dressed up
mention
like 80s Epcot, 90s Epcot for Halloween.
Wow.
It was so good. Dude, the Celestial Soda Pop's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Nice. Funny you should mention that too, though, because that ties into my number one.
Let's do the top 3 and then do an honorable mention. Each person do an
Okay,
honorable
yeah,
mention. Because
Okay.
I feel like I'm having more the more we're talking about this.
Yeah. Honorable mention. Well, I wrote down 10, so I got to pick one out of these 10, and I don't want to make it
He's
the
a
same
savage.
as what you guys
He
said.
over
I always do.
prepared.
I think one of my honorable mentions has to be Albert Awol in the Jungle Cruise queue. Have you heard him? He's like the old 1930s-esque like radio.
Yes, but I would say that's not a music loop.
There's music in there.
That's cue music.
Pirates of the
that's-
Caribbean is cue music, and I
Yeah, but that's music.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun
Uh-huh.
dun
Okay, it doesn't count?
dun
okay,
dun.
that's fine.
Nah,
That's fine.
I
He got a mention.
I
I'll
will
give him
agree
that.
that's one of the best cues in general because of that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't count that as music.
Okay. Fair enough.
There is a backing track backing him,
Fair enough.
but it's
Yep.
not a music loop.
Right. He's the main.
He's
focal
the
point,
person.
yeah.
It's a loop of voice acting, but it's not a music loop.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair
So
point.
that's why I wouldn't accept it. Now, if we're talking about
Okay.
best cues and that was the reason,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I can't count it as a music loop.
Okay. Fair enough.
And we're going to the judges. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. So I think I'm gonna have to change mine again
Oh.
because I don't know if my number 1 would even count as like loop music. I don't
Lots
think
of
it does.
uncertainty.
So we're gonna say
Has to be music.
it's music, but I don't think it counts as loop music.
All right, whisper it to me. Tell me what I'll judge.
Ooh, the secrecy. I don't even know what they're saying right now. She's heard it one time. I don't know what it could be then. The secrecy is killing me.
Not a cue.
Oh, he says no.
Like that's just for the.
Ooh, what
purely
is it? I
those-
got
Me
it.
too. I'm gonna. I don't know if you can go back and hear it. She said Savi's music.
Ooh.
Not a cue though. That would be
Ooh.
the experience itself. Now, if
Yeah.
you're waiting outside and you hear that,
Yeah.
then yes,
Dang.
because it's still an attraction and it's still a
Yeah.
line, but it's in the attraction itself.
Counts as a loop? Does it not count as
It's not as a loop.
Okay,
No.
so I'll say that's my honorable.
Okay,
Not
I like
as a
that though.
loop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
that's a good
great
one.
pick.
No, honorable mention has to be a music loop too.
Okay. Are you gonna mess one up here too, like we just did, and
No.
then we can circle back and?
Yeah, we'll just.
No. My number. What are we at? 1?
Are you doing
2?
honorable mentions or?
Yeah, I'll do my honorable
Okay,
mention
and
here.
then we'll go number 1.
What was yours?
We messed it up, both
Well,
of
we
us.
both of it. Yeah.
I
We
said.
don't have to do honorable mention. Right? Oh yeah, we'll do honorable mentions.
Yeah, I said
now.
Albert Awol.
So this is my
which
honorable
was-
mentions right
okay.
now, right? Okay, so my honorable mention would be. I'm gonna be a hack. The Main Street music,
Yeah. Yep.
because it's
Can't go
really
wrong
good,
with
but
that.
it's not like I wouldn't put it in my top 3.
No, but
I'd say it's in my top 20.
name all 20, Brad.
Dork.
Name all 20. Go
I
ahead.
I probably could and
Yeah.
just bury you into the ground.
I could name 20 music loops. Definitely. I have
Yeah.
10 here, so I could definitely.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you which one I don't like. Fantasyland. Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, I know why you.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
the Calliope music.
Which is funny because that was in my top 10.
I can't ever hear it again. That's not true. I like it, but it's just not favorite.
Man, it was in my top 10, but I know.
Calliope. No thanks. Did I say what it was? Yeah, Main
No.
Street.
Yeah, you
Main
did.
Street's great. It's one of those things. It's set. You walk in and it just from the like if you go on YouTube and click jump, it's like
Yep.
It just sounds like the turn of the century. It's just perfect.
And it's weird because when they implanted Married Life from Up,
Oh, it
It
fits
fits
so
perfect.
perfectly in there.
like I know it's not from my childhood when I went in the 90s, but
It
I would
fits
believe it. If you
in.
told me that and I didn't know when Up came out, I'd be like, yeah, this has been here since the 80s. or
I know
whatever.
people who say they love that part of the music and
Yeah.
don't know where it's from.
They don't know it's from Up?
No.
That's how you know
That's
it
how you know
works.
it's good because
It
it's people who don't know what it is know that it works. And
Yeah.
like I had a friend when I was working there who was like, "What? I love this part," and he was like humming the.
Ba-da-na-na, ba-da-na-na. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Yeah, it's from Up." He was like, "No way!" I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, man, Michael Giacchino's the
Married
score.
Life. Yep.
It's awesome. He's the best." And he
Mhm.
was like, "No way!"
Right.
And he's like, "Yeah, it's from Up, the very not great Pixar movie."
The first 10 minutes are great.
It's longer than that. Everyone
Is
always
it?
says like it's the first 10 minutes.
He's like 20.
It's like the first 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
It's longer than the first 10. Because
Okay.
everyone always goes like his first 10 minutes. It's longer. It's longer than
Yeah.
that.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
that's my honorable mention because it's one of those things that makes you want to go get like an ice cream
yeah.
and just take a picture in front
Go
of the
to
castle.
Casey's.
Like it just
Yeah.
it's just good.
Yeah, it does, definitely. Man. Well, at least you didn't mess that one up like I did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
y'all are
cool.
both retarded. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me again. I know. I got the letter in the mail when I was, a kid. It's fine.
We got caught slipping.
Coronavirus and you're retarded.
Yep. Wow. Number one now, right? We're going number one? Okay. Number one.
Okay.
For me, the Tomorrowland background music is.
Stop! I was gonna
Yes.
say that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's the best, right? It's
Yes.
the
It's
best.
so good.
It's so good. It has
Stop.
everything. It's got If You Had Wings. It's got it's
How did we all have
it's
the
got
same
all of
number
them. It's
one?
got
Good.
it's
It's
got From
so
Time to
good.
Time, the timekeeper loop in there.
It's
it's
so
got a
good.
little bit of everything in there. Extinct. It has Carousel of Progress, A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, Molecules. Yeah, it even has Now Is the Time, the best time of your life, which was in Carousel of Progress for 8 years, maybe not even. So, it's so perfect. So you guys have fun finding a number one now, but
No,
that's
I'm
the best.
sorry.
You
That's
can't. Yeah,
no.
it's
that's,
so good. I don't know. It's perfect. I
I
hope
c-
it. I hope it never changes.
I can't
Never.
say anything else. You win.
Think of one.
Okay.
And when I hear that too, it instantly transports me. It's always Tomorrowland. Yeah, and for some reason, it always takes me to Tomorrowland at night because it's more beautiful at night. See, yeah, it transports you to nighttime Tomorrowland, like you just got off of the People Mover.
I've
or
been saying that
whatever.
for years. I feel like that's funny
Yeah.
that it's now a thing. I'm like, Tomorrowland at night is even over Galaxy's Edge is my
Over?
favorite land over
It's my
Galaxy's Edge.
second behind
No,
Galaxy's
Galaxy's Edge
but
is
still.
night wishes it could be Tomorrowland at night.
Man,
Tomorrowland at night is spectacular.
yeah,
I just think of the People Mover and I'm like, okay,
yep.
it's a good day. Okay, you're number one. 'cause-
My number one, two, and it's Tomorrowland. That was
Yeah.
my number one. There's no debating it.
Yes. See, my opinions
Um,
are good. They're valid
Sometimes you have good opinions, but sometimes they
all
suck.
the time. You know it.
You know what? Not quite as good as Tomorrowland, but still pretty good. Is the West Side Marketplace Disney Springs music?
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
good.
really good. What's good? They have the
Mhm.
stuff from Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
It's good. It's it's more of an updated version of it, but it's definitely not my number one.
No.
But I'm trying to think of something that can be kind of out there. If I had to pick my actual number one that wasn't Tomorrowland, God, man, it's tough.
I completely messed up the whole podcast. Look at me. Ruined it.
I just shouldn't let you go first.
No. Never let me go first.
Man, it's hard to argue that the Epcot entrance music isn't great because that stuff's awesome. You know what? I'll say it. The Galaxy's Edge entrance music.
Yeah.
I mean, he won a freaking Grammy for it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it's mystical sounding, where it's they intentionally made it to be a version of that. Well, by the way, is that score anywhere else other than the Millennium Falcon ride? That's not
In the land?
in the anywhere else in the park, because I can only find it on the Millennium Falcon ride and the entrance.
That part.
Dun, 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 dun,
that one? That's at the end of
dun,
Savi's,
dun,
when you
dun. That's
go out
right.
the exit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, it is at the end of Savi's. That's right.
And when you launch in the IT shuttle with Beck, they play
right, it's
the
there
Galaxy's
too.
Edge. I'm a nerd.
God, that's
I
so
know.
subtle. No, you're right. When you said
Yeah.
that, I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yep.
They did that. That just like John Williams is the master of of making 9 notes.
Right? It's so simple. Well, it should be so simple, but it's not.
It's not.
No.
I mean, Jaws was 2. Da-na, 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 da-na. Do you know the story behind that
R.I.P. Jaws.
with him and Steven Spielberg?
Mm-mm.
Steven Spielberg, when he showed him that, I thought he was fucking with him. He's like, "What? That's not the.
That's not going to do
the
it.
theme."
It's 2 notes. Like,
He's like, "What? That's not. You're joking, right?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Trust me, it'll work." And he's like, "That's not gonna be the theme. Absolutely
so
not."
what was the deciding factor in keeping it? What they?
I'm
decide?
sure they probably gave him because you gotta remember too. Back when that was happening, Steven Spielberg wasn't Steven Spielberg,
So neither was
and John Williams wasn't John Williams.
No.
So they probably just were like, "Hey, man, I wrote the music. I'm not doing it again. So
Right.
this is what it is."
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the
Now
actual
they
story
wouldn't
was,
question
but
it. He could put in 1 note and it'd be like, "Yep, that's it."
I know they didn't question him because they didn't have anything negative to say about the Rise of Skywalker music,
Right.
and it was terrible.
Which is the worst.
Boom,
of the-
got him.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that music's terrible.
Yeah.
People kept walking out like it's so great. I'm like, what are you talking about? Sorry. I always leave back to
Anything new from episode 9 wasn't good. All the stuff that was
Aw.
throwback, except for A New Home. A New Home was good.
Okay, hang on. Not all of it was bad, but there was a lot of it that wasn't good.
I think all.
And
except
I
for A
wouldn't
New
say
Home.
not. Here's the thing. It's still John Williams, so it's still good,
Well, yeah.
but it's not like
Comparatively.
iconic.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's music from 8 that's iconic.
And welcome to Jedi Talk.
Exactly. We're back.
No. Oh man, because Pirates of the Caribbean is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrowland's so good. Epcot is so good. What?
Splash Mountain Q.
I don't go in there enough to know it, so
Okay.
I agree. Though probably is.
Yeah, I got my real number 1. You ready?
Oh man. How many number ones do you have?
This is my real number 1, and I would put this up against Tomorrowland. It's not quite as good because there's not as many there's no throwbacks, but I've listened to it a lot when I worked there.
Mhm.
And the freaking Adventureland music is legit.
That was in my top 10. Yeah.
Adventureland music is awesome. People walking through like dancing.
Yeah, you just
It's
kinda
infectious.
Bounce. You bounce
It's
with
infectious.
the bongos.
You can't help it.
Yeah.
Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum,
That
bum,
was
bum,
actually
bum, bum,
like
bum.
my top 5, I think. He's put a lot of thought in this one. That's how you know.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
good. It's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, it is. It was in my top
So that's my
5.
top 1. Since you stole the good top 1, you piece of shit.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me go
fair.
first.
Okay. I guess this can be. I don't really want this to be my number 1. If my number 1's gonna be my number 1, it's gonna be Tower of Terror. But, just for the pure moment when I first walked in to like the little Mexico Pavilion at Epcot.
Yeah. Yeah. You can place some of it, not much, but yeah.
But just
It fits.
because yeah,
Yeah.
just walking in and having like the night sky and
Yeah.
like the night sky and just the feeling that it gave me. 'Cause it,
Yeah. I mean, that's a Joe Rohde pavilion, so that's how you know it's going to be great. There's going to be nothing. That was one of the first things he did.
So good.
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
So
I don't know
good.
if they say it in there. I just know that because I'm a massive dork.
I am too. I didn't know that fact. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Fact checking already?
You positive?
Yep.
100%.
I'd bet Joe Rohde's earring on it.
Which one?
That's true. The heaviest of them.
Ooh, all of them? All or nothing?
Oh, yeah, all of them.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's true.
Oh, I
I
feel
feel like I
it
would
is.
have known that.
I've been right about everything so far I've said today, so
Have you?
yeah.
No, you were wrong about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Boom!
I don't remember
got
that.
'em!
I'm pretty sure I was right about everything I said.
You definitely weren't.
Amazing. Everything that you just said
was
wrong.
The resistance is reborn today.
Myrrh is not
the
great.
war is just beginning, and I will not
Myrrh
be
will
the
not
last
be
Jedi.
a great attraction.
Such a Myrrh.
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 Can we make that a thing? Just everyone start
Hashtag
calling
myrrh.
it
Myrrh.
myrrh. It sounds like you're trying to say America,
Myrrh.
but you're too drunk to get
You're
all the
drunk,
way.
You sound like you're trying to say America at a NASCAR race. Like,
Yeah.
Myrrh! My ex-wife would be there.
Yep. And she probably said it.
Makes me angry. Mer.
And this is what we do to kill time while we look up the facts.
Yep,
that
this is me
Evan
floundering
knows
for
are
time.
correct.
See, I feel like it'd be an easy thing to find if it was true. That's why I'm calling BS on your facts, sir.
Oh, do that all you want.
I will. And I did. And we're looking. And I can't find anything that says it. Now, I know that Tony Baxter did the land pavilion.
Yep.
And that would be very easy to find. However, we couldn't find anything that verified what you said was true. And I think you're wrong.
Have you ever met Joe Rohde?
Yes, I have. Twice, actually.
Damn it. I've only met him once.
And he remembered my name.
Damn.
That's not true, but
Call him
I
up
made
right
that
now.
up.
You probably have his number.
What up, Joe? I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to your earrings.
Right.
So what's it like being attached to Joe Rohde's face?
If you guys out there are listening and know I'm incorrect or correct, let me know. Because I don't want to be wrong about it. If I'm saying wrong facts, please correct it. So
I don't think you're right. I feel like that would
I
be
don't know. I
a
need to
widely
know.
known thing because everyone loves Joe Rohde so much.
that's true.
I thought the first big thing he model design. So he didn't have anything to do. He just designed the model.
Okay.
Scenic painter.
job.
Okay.
So, yeah. So he
But
had
it wasn't.
some.
It wasn't his pavilion.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's what you made it sound like. He
That's
designed the
true.
pavilion.
I did have. I was under the impression like
You
it was
didn't
his
say he
project.
involved. Because
Yep.
that's a different conversation.
I had it under the impression it was his project,
I'm a
but it was
stickler
not.
for facts. I like facts.
Nice. Nice.
Is that it? Are we done?
I don't know. Are we? Do you have another number one to add to your list of 18 number ones?
My number one is no. We didn't mention anything at Disneyland. It's
well, they have the
depressing.
same. The Pirates music loop is there.
It's not the same.
They play it.
The music.
They
that,
play the Tomorrowland loop
the
there.
music that plays when you bite into a beignet and take a first sip of a mint julep isn't real Disney music, but it should be because there's a feeling.
It's just
it just-
only in,
it's
your,
in
head.
your head.
No
It's
one
like,
else hears the music. Yeah.
That's great. The Dumbo Circus music is pretty good too.
Yeah. It's not really Calliope or whatever it's called, so that's why it's not bad.
On the next episode, we're going to talk about the best pre-shows.
Myrrh.
And pre-show does have to be a part of the attraction that sets up the story. Oh, we can't wrap up yet. We have some listener questions
Oh, for a non-Jedi Talk
for a
episode?
non-Jedi Talk episove. People were excited. And when I say people, I mean two people.
That is people, technically. Yeah. We'll have to do an acronym episode, too. Top 10 acronyms.
The best Disney acronyms?
Yeah. Myrrh.
That's my favorite.
And
Myrrh!
Alien Swirling Saucers. That's a pretty
Ass.
good one.
Hey,
All
bro,
about that
I got a
ass.
fast pass for that ass.
Yep.
Let me hop on real quick.
Why'd you say hey bro before that?
2-minute ride. Because I can't say anything about her.
No, but you couldn't
She's
have
got a
been too-
She's got a girlfriend. She's got a boyfriend. I've got a girlfriend. It
Yeah.
would get very strange.
So it's not strange when you look me in the eye and say that?
It's less strange because I can fuck with you.
Fair
I don't know
enough.
her well enough to fuck
He
with her
said
yet.
with. There's a with in there, too, by the way. He said in between the words he said.
Hey,
So,
bro.
Yeah.
Got a fast pass.
Yeah, jeez. Disney After Hours.
Have you ever seen that? The Jaguar hairbrush video? Oh, good. We got
That
something
would
to
be
show
the
you.
new one. If you guys make one,
Hey,
I got a fast
fast pass for that ass.
And by that I mean alien.
But,
Swirling Saucers.
dude, that's...
But also,
But also, anytime you want to hop on for a
Later.
ride, after we hang out.
there you go.
You ever seen that?
Oh, man, it's gold.
I don't think I've even talked about it on the show because I worked for Disney at the time. So me and, you know Defunctland? Me and Kevin are buddies. And we did a thing after we were working for Inside the Magic, and we were doing like this series of board game videos called Family Game Night.
Those are great. The old 90s Disney trivia, like tin game. Yeah, it was that.
We filmed a bunch that didn't get released.
I only saw the two. Yeah, you only
we had
found
a
two.
haunted. This is we've never talked about this.
Dude, I
One was a
love those.
Haunted Mansion board game that we played.
What?
And we didn't have a lot of pieces. It was like me, Rob plays, and I
Dude.
think it wasn't
Dan?
Jack.
Is Disney
no.
Dan there? Stella?
Oh God,
Was
no,
Alicia
it wasn't
there?
Stella. It was it wasn't
I
Alicia
don't know why I
Stella.
said Stella.
It was
But sorry,
it was
I'm not hoping.
theme park history.
Park ride history?
Not park ride
Okay.
history.
Theme park history.
What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. I can see his face.
Me too.
Younger dude, blonde hair.
Yeah.
Why? Oh
Crap.
my God! I have his fucking
This
phone
episode
number.
is full of aneurysms. This is just us going.
Oh my God! I'm so sorry.
And then going myrrh every now and then. That's
Myrrh.
all this is. I have no clue. Maybe we just all have the coronavirus and it's slowly
Eating our
getting
brains.
to us. Those are great.
All
though.
things theme parks, young and old and new, big and
Big and
small. What the
Yeah.
fuck is his name?
Oh, man.
How I don't even follow him on Twitter. How is this
What
possible?
the heck?
How is this possible?
You're a terrible person.
Oh my god!
How dare you?
I literally have his phone number.
I know. You're a terrible human being for this. Not really.
I'm editing all this out, by the way.
Dang.
I'm not. Dude, am I
How
gonna
dare
get
you.
called out for not knowing a friend's
I know.
name? I want to say it's like Dan or
He doesn't even have it in the about section of his YouTube channel.
Does he not say his name?
I don't think he does. I think he just says like, "Welcome back to Theme Park District."
Does he say it at the end?
he says it in some of his name. Some of them, I think.
From theme park history. I can hear the cadence in his voice too.
Everything he says like this.
Yeah.
It's most like
Yeah, I
that.
can hear that. Yeah. I see him saying it. 'Cause I've seen
Shit. Okay, I don't want to blow him up if he doesn't want to put his name out there. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't say his fucking name.
Theme Park History.
Hang on. Welcome back to Theme Park History.
A journey into a one. So, the curious. Hello and welcome to Theme Park History, the channel for everything to do with theme parks.
Old and new, big and small.
Submitted for your approval for today's episode: the curious case of Disney California Adventures: The Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, an accelerated drop tower dark ride that opened at the park on May 5th, 2004,
He just gets
and
into it.
closed on January 3rd, 2017.
I just think it's weird when people don't want to show you who they are in their videos. It's weird to me. What are you hiding?
Everyone for your comments.
I know what Kevin's hiding.
If there's an attraction you would like us to cover in future
what are you saying
videos,
about
leave
Kevin?
a comment down below. You never know. Your suggestion might unlock another dimension where we cover it in next month's video. Inspired by Rod Serling,
He says his name. I know he does.
that the park was
Check at
incomplete.
the end because he doesn't.
Tower of Terror. As always,
Oh, as always, what? As always, what? Go back!
Just ends it. He doesn't say it.
thank you for watching the video and supporting the channel. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. If there's any attraction,
I know I've heard it. It's like
comment down below. Once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, remember this: imagination, its limits are only
He
those
doesn't say it.
mind itself.
I'm calling Disney Dan.
I've heard his name. I don't know if it's from you or Rob or somebody. I've heard it. Have I met him? I don't think I met him though.
Yeah, you have.
Was he there the day we did the Falcon?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so I definitely heard his name. It was probably from that. That's probably where I heard his name.
What are we talking about?
Female turndale.
We
from
were-
Jaguar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
we're-
it was all of us. So it was Rob plays, me.
Running? I don't know if you want to. Or you want to.
It's going. Yeah, I didn't turn it off. I'm literally gonna edit it all out.
Okay.
I have nothing but time tomorrow. It was a bunch of us, and we were doing stuff for Inside the Magic. So it was Kurt who owns Inside the Magic. Oh my god, I'm gonna set his real name. Oh, let me
Okay,
edit
let's
that
do it
out
again.
too.
Defunctland.
Defunctland, Kevin Perger,
There you go.
Disney Dan, Jack from Park Ride History, Rob from Rob Plays, and like we were just, and I did not fit in at all. I was like new friends with all these guys, and they're all like, they all do it for a living essentially,
They're insanely close too.
and
It's
they're all
wild.
buddy, and like I'm friends with them all now, but
Yeah.
like at the time I had just met people, and I was like I don't fit in, man, like I don't fit into this at all, and but me and I think it's actually the first time I met Kevin.
Was it?
I think so. I think it was the first time I met Kevin, like, or at least had a long conversation with Kevin. And we started talking, and me and him hit it off. Like, he's still I mean, they're all friends of mine, but me and Kevin are probably closer. Maybe no one more than Dan. I don't know. Me and Dan are pretty close. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's weird to talk
We're not
about
ranking friendships.
that. Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
It's not-
But like we're close, and so like we hit it off, and we started talking about like, this idea that we had. We actually had another idea too, with I actually tweeted it at him a few weeks ago. Like, remember the park hopper ticket commercials that they had?
Yeah, the giant yellow park hopper with the red
We were gonna do like a
shoes.
wear it. If you, have you seen this man?
Yeah.
Like a whole thing like that. But it all devolved from that into this character who was like promoting Disney after hour events, but like doing it creepy.
Have you seen Anchorman?
Oh yeah.
He's
It
basically
was like
Ron
basically,
Burgundy.
basically doing like Ron Burgundy, but his character's name was Jaguar Hairbrush, and it was literally like
Did
what
you have a scotch in your hand?
it was
or did you-
Coke. We
No,
shook
I mean,
up. We
supposedly scotch.
shook up a bottle of Coke
Yeah,
and made it flat so it wouldn't look bubbly, and like
Yeah.
had it like in a glass like this.
yeah. So you
And
just-
I'm in a bathrobe because like it'd be hilarious if he was like in a bathrobe, like he just started. So it evolved from like this idea to like, what if they actually showed it after hours in the resorts after like the Disney park must do. So in the video, it ends with like Stacy doing the must do videos, and then it's Jaguar like, I got this, Stacy, thanks.
yeah,
And he's like
yeah,
talking about the
editing is
Disney
perfect.
after hours event.
Yeah.
It's
You-
so
you just have
fucking
to see it.
stupid.
You just have to see it.
It's
on
so
YouTube.
stupid. I'll show it to you after this. It's
Yeah.
so fucking funny. But why were we talking about this?
We have listener questions.
Was that where it
Yeah,
came
I
from?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Maybe.
Kind of. You
Kind
were
of.
talking
I don't
about
know.
getting,
I get
I
off.
don't
This
remember.
is the This is why I can't do this.
What do you mean you can't do this? You do this all the time. Oh yeah, because I said like the top 10 acronyms, and then we got on fast.
You said fast with that ass,
and I
and
was
then
like,
after
Jaguar
hours.
Hairbrush needs to do this. He needs to have an episode about having a fast pass for that ass. But seriously. It's on YouTube though. It's hilarious. One of the funniest videos. I still laugh every time. I've seen it like 5 times.
It's very
It
funny.
gets me.
listener questions.
Listener questions. I can't. No one knows who this person is apparently. All right. This is from at me Tom. I always say his name wrong. At me Tamika25 Tomika
Oh yeah, I follow him too. I don't-
Tommel Duck. That's you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good dude. He's always interactive with us. Super positive. Good
Yep.
guy. From your view, what's the most underrated theme park ride?
Underrated.
Underrated.
That is tough.
All right, I guess we have to define what underrated means.
I-
So
I think it's
for-
just
to me,
based on like
underrated
hype.
means it
Wait
would be
times, hype.
yeah, something that consistently has lower wait times. Isn't something that you would get necessarily like rush to get a fast pass for, which is objective, I guess.
Right.
But I would also maybe even say like something that doesn't sell merch or have a gift shop at the exit, like something that's not targeted to be like a
Maybe.
headliner attraction. Does anyone have anything off the top of their head?
I mean, you already shit on it before, but like first thing that pops in my head is Living with the Land.
I think that's perfectly rated. I don't know.
Hey kids, want to watch grass grow? Boy, do we have a ride for you. That ride sucks.
I think that's perfectly rated. I don't know. Underrated is hard to me. I can name
Underrated
a ton of overrated.
is yeah.
But underrated?
Oh, if we don't all agree that Soarin' is the most overrated attraction of all
It's
time,
up there.
then I'm
It's
going to
up
have to
there.
walk out of this
Yeah,
room.
I
That
don't know if it's
ride,
the most, but it's up there.
it's garbage.
Yeah.
It's not a good ride.
For it to have that one.
Underrated, man.
Yo,
this is
the
tough,
the fucking Eiffel Tower is like a fucking
though.
spaghetti
Not if you
noodle.
sit in,
just
what is
hang-
it, 2B? or
Oh, then you
whatever?
have a great view. The
Yeah,
one
you'll be
person
fine.
per 55 people or whatever the hell it is gets a great view of the ride. It's dumb.
I don't know.
Under-
When Animal Kingdom gets busy, it has a decently justified wait time. But I love Dinosaur. I think Dinosaur is underrated.
Dinosaur is so good.
I mean, it hurts it because people sometimes compare it to Indiana Jones, but
Dinosaurs in my top 10 attractions of all time.
I love it.
It's great.
I didn't name it in my top
And I've
10,
done
but
Indiana Jones, and
Hey,
it's
same,
just it's
same.
still awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dinosaur is such a good
Yeah,
ride.
anytime you can see life-size animatronic dinosaurs, sign me up. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
So I think that's my most underrated. I don't know. It's probably all I can think of. It's hard to think of
I agree.
underrated.
I'm gonna go Muppet Vision 3D.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Underrated. In,
Did he say
Did-
ride or attraction?
did I say attraction? I think he's maybe.
ride.
Did he?
Which is funny because this was.
Oh
a
yeah,
month
he did
ago.
say ride.
It's probably a month ago. I tweeted a poll and I asked if people would be okay with giving up Muppet Vision 3D if it meant we got a full-out, legit Muppet Dark Ride. And I was expecting everybody to say, never touch Muppet Vision 3D. But
If there was a dark ride,
But yeah, I think that was the caveat that people said, I'll take, if I'm guaranteed a great dark ride for the Muppets,
Yeah.
I'll lose Muppet Vision 3D. But I love Muppet Vision 3D too. But if I was guaranteed a dark ride, I would take it.
You did say ride, not attraction, so I have to make an adjustment to that one. Oh, I have one. Super easy. Navi River Journey.
I agree
That
with
ride's better than Flight of Passage.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I agree that it's underrated.
Okay, see, this is what's going to piss me off about him right now.
Because it has animatronics.
You
and
are
Flight
going to
of
sit
Passage doesn't
here
have screens.
and talk about how
Yeah,
much you hate screens
Yeah.
and then say that a ride that is in the same universe as the ride you claim to like, where it's not screens in the sense of you're parking in front of a screen, is less of a quality attraction than the one that is 100% screen. You really going to claim that right now after you
Yeah,
bitched
that's
about
what I'm
Mickey and Minnie
saying.
for the
I'm
last...
Not I'm not talking, apparently.
Do you think River Journey is better than Flight of Passage?
No. But
I
I don't
can't-
think either
Your,
of them are
your
amazing.
argument is not consistent.
Neither of those are amazing to me. Like, it's like disputing what's
Okay, I didn't say which
What's
one's
number 15,
I didn't
what's
say
number
I didn't say
51?
is Flight of Passage your number one of all time. I said is River Journey better than Flight of Passage.
no. They're like 50 and 51.
God,
Who cares?
dang dog. Do you see the inconsistency in his shit? I'm turning her against you already.
It's just,
It's easy
Flight
to
of
do.
Passage is a simulator. It's supposed to be that, and it's good for what it is. It's not great, but
River
it's
Journey's
a simulator.
better. You're going through the physical forest of
So
Pandora.
right now, if I told you you can walk on Flight of Passage or Navi, what would you
Navi,
pick? You would walk on that
a
right now?
100%. I've ridden Flight of Passage I think 3 times. First time I rode it, I was like, "Holy shit, that's amazing." Second time I rode it, I was like, "Oh, this is a fucking screen." Third time I rode it, I was like, "Why did I wait 3 hours for this ride?"
Man. I don't know. I don't wait for either of them because they're not worth my time. But
Yeah.
if I get a fast pass for them, I do them. But
I would give up a fast pass for Flight of Passage any day for River Journey. 100%.
wow, I don't know.
It's a much better ride.
okay, but flip it on its head really quick. Not Soren.
I hate Soren.
Yeah,
Most overrated.
Yes, 100% most overrated.
But not Soren. What would be your next one?
Oh, another one.
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage?
I agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, Soren and Flight of Passage. Yeah, that's probably all. I
Watch
can
this.
think.
Pirates of the Caribbean is the most overrated attraction of all time.
Well, when you have Disneyland's one, yeah, Disneyland's is so good, and then you have ours, and it's like, why do we have ours? So
You know what I honestly will say? I honestly think this. Rise of the Resistance.
Is the most overrated?
wait, there's.
Hang on.
And I'm the one with the weird
Let me-
opinions here.
I'm doing this debate you to see if you get mad.
I hope you are. What?
I do have a reason, though.
What is it?
I think that the fervor that they have done with that attraction, where you have to get up at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning, get there early, check in, you have 1 minute to check in before there's no more groups for the
less.
day,
Yeah.
is absolutely insane and does make this possibly be an overrated attraction.
When you turn it that way, yeah. Like, cause you shouldn't have to do all that to get on it.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to do all that, but
Yeah.
the experience of the ride, I feel, makes it worth it for me.
Does it though?
Yeah.
So let's do this day.
It would if you're.
Let's do this day. Hey,
Hey,
let's do this. Hang on. So let's say you wake up one morning and you live where you live,
Yeah.
and you can drive to Disney, and you go, okay, we're gonna get there at 4:30 in the morning. We're gonna buy our ticket, and I'm just doing this for argument's sake. Let's assume you know the rules, but you still need to buy a ticket before you can get in. You get there early, you buy a ticket. You're the first person in the thing. Unbeknownst to you, you have to have a My Disney Experience app, and you mess up and you don't get a boarding group for the day. Is it still that great of an experience? And let's say you go to guest relations and they fix it for you and they give you a boarding group. Is the ride worth that entire day wasted at Hollywood Studios for shit you didn't want to do?
And you're saying I live here still?
You live within driving distance.
Oh yeah.
That's
'cause
all
I
I'm
can
going to
come
say.
back tomorrow and do other stuff. Yeah. But if it's a once in a lifetime vacation, that's where I
Like
get.
if they're flying out here, That's
Yeah.
one thing, but like you can.
But okay, you live within
I've done that
driving
before.
distance,
Yeah.
but it's not like my I live an exit away. I live an
No.
exit away.
Yeah.
You have time invested in driving here.
I mean,
Is
I
it
have
still
about an
worth
hour.
it to? She's longer than you.
I know.
Is it still worth it to you to do just that and go home?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
I've done that before.
I would say so.
I think there's been 2 days. where
I'm
I
so
failed.
spoiled, man. I'm like, nah, I'll come back tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure I failed 2 days to get a boarding pass out of the 18 attempts I've
But
done.
don't you think that like the boarding group thing is like a way that they sneaky make it look like it's way more valued than it is?
I don't know if that's their intention, but it comes off that way. And I agree, but I don't like the boarding stuff at all anymore. I thought it was fine for like.
It worked for the first week when it was
Yeah.
super busy. It's
Yeah.
not that busy now.
Yeah.
Well, definitely not now.
Well, when they closed.
but like
yeah.
when they closed it, you could. I mean, there were boarding groups the days of like hours. At like, my thing is, if you're an adult and you go there, and that is the way you choose to spend your day, waiting in line, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Hagrid did it the right way, where they're like, you can leave at any time. You know, you don't have to stay here. You can if you want, and they did it right. And it was a pain in the ass. It took 10 hours to get on the ride.
Mhm.
But dude, I would much rather wait 10 hours in line than wake up at 4 in the morning and have a chance
Right, if you mess
of
up,
getting
yeah.
it for a minute.
Yeah.
If your app freezes, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, that's crazy. And this is my favorite attraction of all time. Haunted Mansion was my number 1. Mansion's now my number 2. I'm saying that the effort it takes to get on this ride, to experience it, is just so much not worth the it's not worth the effort. It's just so much. Like, you could get there at 4 in the morning. Your app could freeze on you. You could fuck up and have to wait until 9 o'clock that night to ride the ride.
Or not
And you
at
could be
all.
the first person in line, or not at all.
Yeah.
You could be the first person in line. That's asinine.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Boarding pass system is dumb, but
Now, I did all that so you could think in the background of what your most overrated attraction is.
yeah,
Did you come up with one?
I can't think of one outside of Soarin' and Flight of Passage.
Mickey and Minnie's
but-
Runaway Railway? Nothing?
No, that's perfectly rated because I think everyone else agrees that it's okay.
Soaring for you?
Yeah,
I'm saying Living with the Land. Eat my balls. That ride
it's
sucks.
perfectly rated. I think like
People love that ride, though. It's like a cult following.
there's no merchandise for it though. If it started getting merch, I'd be worried. I'm like,
Oh, it's going to happen with the Epcot 40th coming around.
that's true with that. I'm just talking about a random Tuesday and
The old
Like, you
song.
just throw open a little gift shop.
The
Yeah.
old
Stand
song
outside.
was so
Yeah.
good. Just listen to the land we
Yeah.
all love. Nature's
so was the
plan
old
will shine
energy.
above.
The old energy song was great.
Yeah, old Epcot was fun, huh? But now we're stuck with this nonsense. All right, moving on to the last question. My buddy Chris Rogers at C_RODGE1 Raj1.
Sure.
What is the best and worst thing about Disney World that isn't a ride?
Best and worst. Go ahead.
Worst boarding groups. Since
Yeah.
you want to be like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Agreed.
You're saying that too.
Fuck you, boarding groups.
Do crowds count? Okay.
I would. Yeah, but that's easy to go. The crowds
Okay.
are so
True,
bad.
True. To
They're
me,
so bad. You get in line for the Haunted Mansion. It says 45 minutes. You wait 53.
No, it's
It's fucking terrible.
the waiting in line crowds don't bother me. It's just the bumping into people every.
Oh
2
my
feet
god,
that
it drives
kill
me nuts. When I have a stroller and I'm trying to walk through Fantasyland.
Yeah, but not exactly that. But a less cop out answer.
Sit in the
especially-
stroller! It's just me screaming at my kids.
Right.
Sit down!
Especially since I've
We're
moved
getting
down
this
here.
fucking carousel.
I hate the hassle it takes to get to the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's my number
That's
one.
the worst. You have
Oh,
to
that was
plan-
gonna be my number one.
You have to give an extra
An hour and a
just to
half.
get there.
Oh no, an hour and a half because if
Yeah.
your monorail stops,
Yeah.
wait a minute, like they, what? Here's my worst thing. Why do the monorail pilots act like they're actual pilots? They're always like, ladies and gentlemen, we're headed next to the Contemporary Resort. Say the shit.
Yeah.
Just say it. You know where you're going. You're not trying to like look. It just right. You're not a real pilot. Relax. I saw a pilot one time on the monorail with like the carry-on bag like real pilots have, and I wanted to just
Do they have stewardesses?
grab
now,
him
too,
and
like
just
flight attendants?
beat him with his fucking luggage.
Dang. That's easily the worst thing though, because I shouldn't say never. I hardly ever go comparatively to when I did on vacations to the Magic Kingdom now. Now it's like,
It's a hassle,
yeah,
man.
it's such a hassle, and
How
to
about-
get back to my
How
car
about this?
too.
You
So
ready
if
for
it-
this?
Yeah.
I'd rather go to Epcot than deal with the than deal with the TTC. Then deal with the TTC. You know my trick? I have tables in Wonderland, so
That's
I'll
true,
park
I
at the
forgot you do that.
Polynesian
Yeah, you
or the
cheater.
Contemporary, and I'll
cheater.
cheat my ass in there. Like,
You
hey,
do.
I'm coming to drink, and I'll buy a drink, and then
So
I'll.
you're not really cheating, I mean, but yeah.
It's not cheating because I'm actually doing what it says I have to do.
Yeah.
But that's the only way you get me to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Parking at the train. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. That legitimately takes an hour and a half, especially now that the parking lot is under construction to like get up to the TTC. No, thank you. I'll meet you at the TTC.
Yeah.
I'll beat you there because I'll leave 5 minutes before I have to be there, and I'll still beat you there.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. That's easily my worst.
Ugh.
Best.
Best.
Are we saying living here, or just best in general?
Best non-ride Disney thing.
This is a feeling that everyone that has been and is a Disney fan will understand. This is the best thing about Disney World. Walking down Main Street and going,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially on days when
and I still feel that way after working there for 4 years.
yeah. After we just talked about the pain in the ass it is to get there. Once you get there, it's that feeling is great.
Unless you're missing a fast pass, you're like, we got 8 minutes, go.
True.
But yeah, that feeling when you walk on Main Street, when you just
yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Or married life, either way.
dun, 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 dun,
Way to
dun.
tie it back.
Yeah,
Good job.
I do what I can. What's your best thing about Disney World?
Best thing about Disney that's not a ride. It's always based on the feeling, though, isn't it?
Yeah, there's something about that you can't recreate.
Yeah.
Dance to the music. No, I'm gonna say what I said earlier. My favorite thing, my best thing, is walking into the Mexico Pavilion. Just that sense of like culture that just sits with me.
And it does have that smell, the Disney water smell.
Yeah,
So that helps.
Disney water.
That
smells
bromine in the
good.
water. I think I'm going to flip,
Magic Candle Company, everybody.
right? I'm going to flip one of
Use
the
promo code Rob Plays.
because we don't have one. So I'm going to flip one of the worst things on its head for one of the best things.
Dallon's like one of my best friends. You know that, right?
But Dallon's great.
Dallon's one of my best
He's
friends.
Awesome. So,
Best YouTube friends.
yeah.
I don't like ranking.
Okay.
I was going to
I don't-
say, you don't rank
but
friends.
you
No, it
know
wasn't good, yeah.
you know he's
Yeah. But I'm going to flip one of the worst things and make it one of the best. I love at 7 or 8 in the morning, whenever the boarding groups go, seeing the little pockets of people cheer and yell and celebrate.
yes,
when
that
they get
is
it.
fun.
That's amazing to me. Here we are. They closed, March 16th, whatever it was, 3 months after it opened. And it's the same every morning. Every morning is opening day.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
57.
Cheering,
Everybody
yelling,
screams something,
clap.
and they're like 98. And you're like, that sucks.
I'm like, I got 2.
Oh,
I've had
you might not
boarding-
get on, my dude.
Yeah, I've had boarding group 2, 3, 5, 8. So I'm like, good job. I got
I
2.
didn't even know that boarding group 1 through 10 existed.
No?
I'm convinced they didn't because we got group 12 opening day, and that was
We were
before
on
anyone.
Early. We
But
got on
that
at
was
like
before
9.
anyone knew that was the case. They
Yeah.
didn't. Did you
Yeah.
know this? They didn't mention boarding groups until you were in the park that
on
morning.
opening day.
No way.
You
Yeah.
were I think maybe in line. They're like, make sure you have your My Disney Experience account. We're like, what? And so we were like, let's
Yeah.
just make sure that like, are they dropping fast passes? Like, just make sure all of our accounts work. And then they're kind of like, I think they did over the loudspeaker, right? They're like,
Yeah.
you
Just
have
like,
to use the
ding
My
dong, and then
Boarding,
they started
the
up.
My
Yeah.
Disney Experience app for a boarding group. We're like, what the fuck's a boarding group?
Yeah.
Wow.
No one talks about that.
We were group
so
13 for
yeah.
opening day and 47,
that's something
52,
Like that, I forget.
something like that.
Check
We
the
had
videos.
2 opening day.
Check YouTube. They're in Kevin's video and your video. And
Here we are on the boarding group from
I hate waking up at 3 a.m. for rides, but I'm gonna do it with Brad.
because
and
Brad
Evan.
made me do it, and I don't like him, but I pretend I do.
I think so, but
That's it.
yeah,
Anybody got anything else they want to share? Evan, where can they find you on the internet?
everywhere with just my name, EVANTBOUCHER. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff.
You can find me on Twitter at _LCLLY. Yeah, Lolly, that's me.
You can find me on Twitter at Jedi Talk Podcast. Is it podcast or pod? I don't even know what it is. Jedi Talk Podcast? What's my Twitter handle?
I have no idea.
This one was Views with Hughes. But
Jedi Talk Podcast.
there, Jedi. You can find me on Twitter at Jedi Talk Podcast. Restart, take two. You can find me on Twitter at Jedi Talk Podcast. YouTube channel, youtube.com/the day. No, what is it?
No, Park
Not
Views with
that.
Brad Hughes.
YouTube.com/parkviews with Brad Hughes. All that stuff's there.
Get your stuff
Um,
together.
Rate and review the show on iTunes and Stitcher. And I guess we'll see you on the next show. Hopefully you'll be joining us again. You were fantastic on the show. Round of applause.
Well done.
Good
Well
stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends and enemies. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.